Harrison would like to say.
Sponsored by the Navy.
The microphone was muted. So I didn't hear any of that, but welcome to Dungeon Party. It's the thing I say every goddamn time. We're not talking about ashes or dead relatives. We're playing Dungeons and Dragons. We're here to play Dungeons and Dragons.
Talking about Harrison Ford, baby.
Yeah, he's allowed.
On this session, our characters
And he's
talk
alive.
about writing our wills.
Well, you could. I can't stop
It's
you.
important.
I can't stop
Especially
you
with
from
an
doing
adventurous
that.
life.
That's actually
Honestly, that's like, yeah. I feel like adventuring parties should absolutely.
We should
Yeah,
all
we
draft
really
wills.
should.
Well, I
Maybe
guess
it's an elective next year.
will
We get a
writing.
lawyer.
Yeah, facing the real world.
On this episode, the gang gets a lawyer.
Okay.
Yeah, what's a lawyer like in Renarcia?
I wonder if you've met one before.
Yeah, we kind of did a whole trial.
Never heard
Oh,
of
yeah,
it.
true.
Never heard of
Oh,
it.
and I
They
remember
don't exist.
our number one fan made a little animated thing about
Yeah,
that.
Phoenix Wright of it. That was nice. Oh, who did that? I don't remember.
Who?
Say Phoenix Wright?
Our fans.
Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna play some Dungeons and Dragons. I'm excited to play. Unfortunately, I didn't update the graphics again, but I got fired this week, so we'll have time next week. So.
Wait, let's unpack.
You got
this.
fired,
Go
but
off
you should get
screen.
paid, but...
You're right. I got soft fired because I got fired. Then he called me back a couple hours crying and said, "Can you stay on? I really need your help for a couple more weeks." So I'm fired. And that's the way it is. So I'll have more time.
I trust you and I believe you, but sometimes I don't believe your life.
I wish it wasn't real. It's a real bummer.
Oh man.
It's not a great one. Anyway,
Can I write your reference for your next job?
I would love if you did that. Actually,
It'll be a lot of "he's the best boy."
I'm sure my
he's
prospective
very good
employers will
boy.
love to hear that.
Know who else was a good boy?
Who? No.
My dog Toto.
Don't
I have his
pull
ashes.
out
You
your
wanna
dog's
see it?
ashes. Do not pull out your dog's ashes.
Wait, is it in arm's reach?
I don't know, but we're seeing.
I guess we're seeing his dog's ashes. Why not?
It was in arm's reach.
It's blurred out. Not allowed to see it.
Not allowed to see it. Yeah. I'll take it out.
You
really don't have to do this.
He's wrapped up.
okay?
Wait, I'll do a beauty influencer.
Okay. It looks like a burrito. You know, you can like turn them into like jewelry.
I don't like that it's like a
Yeah.
soft container. That actually kind of upsets me.
Right? And he's been in a storage unit for I don't know how long.
All right. Well, why don't we move on from dog ashes and instead do any
Human ashes.
No.
Human ashes.
Do
I
any-
think Heather would want to be cremated.
Okay. Do any cherished bits or segments before we play the game? No.
Heyo.
Oh, okay.
It's time for another round of What's Chelsea Playing? I have no bit within the bit. It's just more Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Nice.
Are you still catching yourself on fire?
No! In fact, I have gotten better at combat, I think.
Nice.
I say I'm bad at combat, but I've really only actually died once. And I've played for 20 hours.
I feel like that's pretty good then.
I am pretty good at doing the run away to regain health tactic
It's a good
and
tactic.
come right back. It's pretty good. I did not expect this game to be, I guess, soft spoilers, but whatever. To be like family drama, real life Odyssey. I don't.
That's what they should have called it, probably.
Every 5 seconds, I'm going, my dad? Oh, that's not my dad! My mom!
All right. I haven't played that one. Winfield, did you play that one?
Throw in
That's
some
the one I
names.
played like 100 hours
That's
of,
what I
yeah.
thought it was.
That's the only one I played.
His
It's
old
that,
roommate
that
loved
and
it.
2.
You should all play 4. 4 is the
That's
best.
the pirate one.
I did play 4 a little bit.
4 is
Like,
the
what
one
was
where
the
you
one
don't
I
have to know
owned?
anything about Assassin's Creed. It's not connected to the plot. Just play 4.
Just be a
Listen to the
pirate.
sea shanties.
Yeah.
Kill
Like, which one did I
colonialists.
own?
It's a great game.
We
But this
played
one
it-
also
oh, sorry.
has. Oh, sorry.
1, Michael.
Oh, sorry. Oh,
That wasn't
This
me
one-
saying like 1 second. I was just signaling to you 1.
okay, cool.
This one also has the sailing, though.
But does it have cannons?
And it has spears.
And
Yeah,
does it
you-
have shanties? Does
and
it have
arrows.
sea shanties?
It has shanties, but make it Greek.
Yeah.
Grantees.
I like what they. One of the things I do like about Valhalla is that instead of shanties, you have a skald on your ship who does poetry for you while you sail.
That's cool.
That's fun. That's fun. But the sea shanties.
I know they're right. I do need to get back to 4 once I'm done this in maybe a year.
And 2 is also good. 'Cause
Ezio
Fun.
Auditore.
The first one I played was Brotherhood, and oh my gosh.
That's pretty much
I
just
did-
Assassin's
I
Creed
did-
2.
2 and Brotherhood are basically the same game.
Yeah. Yeah. This has been another round of What's Chelsea Playing.
Nice.
I'm getting bored of my own like
so you're sprucing it up?
song.
Season
so-
2 theme song?
Yeah.
Alright, are there any other
Also-
bits? Oh.
No,
Shout out.
Joan?
I'm
New Indiana Jones game.
Oh. I
Why
didn't
try?
know.
Why? Yeah. Why try though?
What?
When it looks bad.
Oh. That's unfortunate.
Why do it when Uncharted is already there?
Yeah.
They do have Troy Baker doing a very good Harrison Ford though.
I believe he's got one of them
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah. But I'm mainly only bitter because it looks like it's an Xbox exclusive, and we are strictly a PC and PS5 household.
Don't worry, Xbox is
think-
going away.
I think all Xbox exclusives launch on PC.
They
These
do,
days?
yeah.
Yeah.
Mine, I'll try it. Stay tuned.
I want to hear the What's Chelsea Playing review of Skull and Bones.
No, you
I
don't.
wanna-
You don't want that, Tommy. That's not a real game.
No one can play Skull and Bones.
That's not a real game. It doesn't exist. Alright,
I don't have any books this week. So
Okay.
Let's do it.
let's play the game.
Skull and
I-
Bones, that pirate one.
Yeah, that's bad. And it's not real.
Yeah.
No one
Why
ever
try
made
to
it.
do a
It's
pirate?
been
Why try to do a pirate game after Assassin's Creed 4? Like, why try?
the medium peaked.
Why try Indiana Jones after Uncharted 4?
Yeah.
I saw a graphics comparison between Assassin's Creed 4 and Skull and Bones, and it was like, yeah, Skull and Bones either in most cases looks about the same or slightly worse in some situations than Assassin's Creed 4. It's been like, you know,
Skull
10 years.
Skull and Bones is fucking Ubisoft?
Yeah.
Yep, same
Yeah.
company, similar dev team, I think.
Why?
It's not a real game. It doesn't exist.
You
It's
can't
fake.
you
It's a
can't
fake
board
game.
you can't board ships in it.
Not allowed
So-
to do that. Because it's a fake game. It doesn't exist.
The company that already did a perfect pirate game.
Yeah, but it's
I
also
thought
the
this was
company that
another-
just does bad garbage all the time, so I'm not that surprised.
No. Remember how much I loved Immortals Phoenix Rising and everyone else hated it?
Was that them? Or was that an indie
Yeah.
team that they paid to do?
Yes.
No, that was
They
them.
did.
It was
They did
it was the Odyssey team. That was the game they did after Odyssey.
That
They
feels
were
like
like-
that feels like a double-A game at maximum. I'm actually
And they
surprised
did
to
the
hear.
new Prince of Persia that people really like.
Well, that was an
Right.
indie
I
team
lo-
they paid to do a thing.
Yeah.
Like that's what that.
and I
is.
loved the demo of that. I really want to play that thing.
You should play it. But first, we should play Dungeons and Dragons.
What? I thought this was game review.
We could play Heart. It's in the background. I see it over there.
We shouldn't play hard on stream. that wouldn't be good.
I see it behind Winfield. Get it on here.
It's right there.
Anyway, last time on Bright Futures, our heroes took on a few quests from the Adventurers Guild in Garrick Bastion. They found a ring and some adulterous information near a termite-infested stump, took down a masked cult, and found themselves embroiled in a strange plot surrounding a pair of orange-cloaked figures, their pet informant, and his unaware sister. That's where we left off. As you guys caught the guy. He told you some information because of a geese spell. Geese. I don't know. Geese.
It can't be geese.
It's
A swarm of geese.
Wait, on D&D Beyond, you can look at. Hold on, I've got this.
Geas, I think is what it is. Because that's what they do.
Geese.
That's what they say it in the anime. And that's kind of what matters, right?
The Dungeons and Dragons anime.
No, in the code Geas.
Dungeons and Dragons anime.
You mean Dragon's Dogma anime that everybody liked?
It doesn't have a pronunciation.
We'll never know.
Oh no.
But yeah, you got some information out of the guy. He said that they wouldn't mess with her. They're just gonna take her brother away because he's an informant for them. And that is where we left off. Is you guys were headed back down into her apartment to tell her what you're going to tell her. Yeah.
And
Which you hadn't
wait, did we
decided yet.
discuss?
No.
Okay, cool.
Maybe we should discuss this really quickly
Nah, go right on it.
before we
You can all take a moment up on the roof. Well, Everett's in the room with her right now, so and
But
Shundy's on
aren't
the
we
ground, I
mind-connected?
believe. You are mind connected.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
I mean, we could just say, we did it. You're not going to get a gift again.
well, we definitely tell her, like, hey, you know, they're not going to be giving gifts to you for a while. Like, you're safe. You were never in any harm or never in any danger or anything.
I feel like if we give her more details, the secret people are going to be like, not a secret anymore.
ooh. Yeah.
True. Maybe it would be best to just kind of... But she's gonna have questions.
We could frame someone.
No.
I have a great candidate.
No. Wait, who?
The downstairs neighbor. Or red herring. We could make him a real herring.
I feel so bad.
Are you guys relaying this to the rest of us psychically or no?
Yeah.
Everett's gonna say into your brain, just lie. Just lie.
Yeah.
Lying is an option.
Right, but when you lie, you have to have, like, something you say.
That and I'm gonna say back to Septon. That's your job. That's why you're here.
Okay, alright,
Okay,
we read a
how about-
story.
How about a mouse that was living in her apartment, got turned into a human, and was in love with her, and since it was a mouse, it didn't know what real gifts should be, and so it just stole random stuff and would leave it because the mouse would be afraid she would recognize him as a mouse, but not as the human they became. And so we turned him back into a mouse. I could find a mouse.
That's a little out there. I was gonna say I was inspired by some information we received earlier in the day. A man was having an affair and sending gifts to the woman he was having an affair with, got the address wrong. And they got sent here. But he doesn't want him back. He wants nothing to do with it. You know, the less info tying back to him, the better. So just, you can keep him. Ow. You can keep him, but they're gonna stop because he goofed.
Can I suggest something?
I'm
tell the
open to
truth.
it. Don't say tell the truth. You told us to lie a minute ago. Everett.
We are magical, and she is not. We could just say there was a hole in the magical space continuum that kept dropping expensive items. She can't say that that's not the truth, and frankly, no one else can either in the
How's
town.
that less out there than mine?
It's not.
It doesn't. It just magic did it, right? Who's gonna tell her that that's not the truth?
I mean, I suppose.
And we closed it up for you because we're magical. I'll make some thunder sounds. Bob's your uncle. Dylan.
But how do we explain the
not my
letters?
uncle.
Right, the letters.
Oh, you're right.
A void. The void wrote letters.
Letters that seem to really know her. That's the thing.
Right, know her. That's
Back
the
to
tricky
the
part.
mouse idea who lived in her apartment with her.
You know, I'm not gonna lie, maybe Tether's got the best idea here?
I can find a mouse.
You could be a mouse!
Yeah, but what if she chooses to look the other way and say, you know what, mouse, I do love you. I don't want to commit.
Well, then, we're gonna have to figure out a different plan.
I'll find a mouse.
Well,
We're in a city.
guys, think of it this way. What if you had lost a sibling, you thought they were as good as dead, and then it turns out they're alive but nobody told you?
So we do
What-
tell the truth.
And then she gets killed by secret
She's gonna get
people.
murdered if we tell the truth.
He told me they'd leave her alone.
Because she didn't know anything.
We could say it was her brother and not mention the orange cloaks.
Right, your brother... Okay, your brother, based on his new life,
He was
passing through
swinging by.
town.
Yeah.
he was passing through town, he wanted to leave you some things, he wanted to be clear he was thinking of you, but he didn't know how to do it. He's moved on now, you might not ever see him again, but he is alive.
And
He is
didn't come in
okay.
because he hates you and you smell.
Why
would
would
he
you
come in?
say that?
Why wouldn't he come in? Is what I'm
It's
saying.
been so long, he doesn't know. He's changed. He thinks she's changed.
Yeah, but what do we tell her how we got him to stop?
No, he was done. We just
He was
say
already gone.
That was the last one. Whichever one was last. Didn't he drop something off? Or he had something?
Can we just convene in person? Can we all convene in person real quick?
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, you can. Everett
could
is
say,
with
"Hey."
her right now, though.
Oh.
Everett could go, Roger that. I have to go.
We
real
should
quick."
lie. He says out loud.
No, he's...
Bronwyn,
yeah.
my pal here is gonna stay with you for a little bit. I'm just gonna go out and check in on my team, and we'll come back. We'll come back
okay.
and chat shortly.
Stay with Hot Squidward.
All right.
But he'll keep you company.
Yes, I'll tell you another story of my youth. It's the year 2. And then you leave and...
Look at how old this guy is.
I head up to the roof.
Yeah, Shandi will. I'll head up as well.
Alright, what's in the package?
Did I open it last time? I
Yeah.
cannot remember. Okay.
It is very nice clothes that Everett recognizes as the Mistwalker's regalia, which he had seen at the market, the fog-free markets, earlier today.
Recognize these as the Mistwalker's regalia, which I saw at the markets earlier today, and also before that, long time ago. These are nice.
Cool.
Can I have
You
them?
Say we ran into him, confronted him. Oh no, we gotta get. Can you have?
Yeah, that's it's not really ours to give at this moment, but
We, okay.
We ran into him, confronted him. He's going through some shit. He said these are the last ones, promise. Life is going in another
And
direction.
you really think that she's not gonna go looking for him?
She seemed kinda removed from him.
What if we say we didn't run into him? What if he was never here? What if he sent them from
Through
far
a
abroad?
magical hole in the space-time continuum. We're back to
While
my
they're
idea.
talking, Tether's gonna start looking for mice.
All right, make an
Got it.
investigation check.
Can it be survival?
Yes.
But, okay, but then how do we explain to her that the gifts are done? That's the thing. And she's okay.
And she's not going to see him again.
21.
As I said,
We'll get to it.
Could we forge another letter?
Only we knew someone who has good forgery skills.
Do 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 do. Una doesn't do that.
Could we hear me out? We start writing letters in her name to someone else in town that are romantic in nature and giving them gifts, and then we bring them together in a romantic meetup, and no one ever asks any questions again.
Yeah, I'll set her up with Barry and Yaldrin. I'll go smoothly.
I'm kind of 50-50 on the forgery idea. My only other thought.
The problem is with the.
Sorry.
No, the problem with the forgery is the same as if we tell her. No matter what, she's going to be like, well, why can't I see my brother again?
Well, we would write something in his name, an excuse, a reason.
Well, but that still means we have to come up with one.
Yes.
Or the other thought I had is he was working like through a messenger in town.
I like that.
Messenger was saying
There's a pretty
Messenger wouldn't even.
There's a pretty famous like postal service here in town. So.
Oh.
And we figured out it
Messenger
was
was
him
saying
because
he doesn't
used
even-
a magic spell to scry that it was him.
Yeah. Okay.
We could also say that he was already dead, and
I don't
scheduled
want to
these,
tell her brother's dead when he's not.
scheduled these shipments to go to be sent to her on certain intervals, so that way she would, I don't know.
That feels like a real bummer. I think we say.
It's rough, buddy.
I think we say that he is far away, but he has, through a network of couriers, been able to send her these gifts, but because
He wants to keep you safe.
no.
Oh, okay.
We don't know. We can't tell her because we don't know.
Yeah.
The courier told us there's been a breakdown in his courier system, and this is going to be the last gift for possibly a very, very long time. We can't. They can't get back. Something broke in the chain. She can't contact him. He can't contact her. But he is out there. He is alive. He's just far away.
Getting a cat purr.
I was gonna say.
She's squeaking.
I'm sure we'll hear well, I don't know if the mic will pick it up, but we'll hear crunching, scratching noises outside that door later.
You all hear squeak, 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 and you look over at the corner of the roof where Tether has wrangled a mouse and is holding it in two hands.
Guys.
It's making those noises.
Yeah.
That's the mouse.
Making cat noises, which are horrifying to a mouse.
Yeah.
If she's really upset, we say, we offer you this mouse in these trying times.
An emotional support mouse.
Okay, so what do we think about the courier network? That maybe part of that network is a magical portal that isn't working anymore? And then in a few months, she'll hear about portals being closed through the news.
Ooh.
It'll make so much sense at that point.
Up until now, just remind me,
Yes.
what is her current conception of what situation her brother is in?
Dead.
Guys, she thinks he's dead. If we disabuse her of that notion, we don't know what she's gonna do. She needs to continue to think that he is dead.
But is the potential of what she might do our problem? We're just doing the job we were told to do.
Well, we are making a moral judgment call if we tell her
If she
he's alive.
If she goes out and gets killed, are you gonna feel beholden to go help her?
No.
Yes. Yes. I know this group. Yes.
The answer in this group varies person to person.
Could she sue us?
Not really. She's not paying us.
She is paying you.
She is paying us.
I thought she wasn't. I thought this was the one where she was like, I can't really offer payment.
She can't offer a lot of payment. She's
Okay.
giving you her
You
dad's
think-
sword and like 100 gold.
Based on what you saw of those orange cloaks, do you think she could take them?
I don't think she'd.
I don't think she would try to.
Yeah.
Remember, not everyone's an adventurer like us.
Yeah,
Like-
but everybody, she's got family she clearly cares about.
Right.
And if she suddenly realized that she might be able to see them again, she might make some bad decisions.
I mean, we tell her, like, he's out there somewhere, we're not sure where. I could go as far as to say, like, he might not even be on this plane of existence.
Does the average person understand that there are different planes of existence?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Alright, as you like.
I mean, yeah, no, we should all at least put it to a vote. If she doesn't know her brother's alive, is it our right to tell her? Is it our business to tell her?
No.
It's our business to tell her if we got hired to tell her who's been sending her the gifts.
That's true. She did want to know who's sending the gifts. And it is her brother.
What
We're
she
gonna
does
be
with
lying about-
information afterwards is not our obligation.
Right, we're gonna lie about that anyway. About how he's sending the gifts, or why she can't see him.
Hmm.
Maybe...
What was the actual circumstance? Just remind me. What was the actual circumstance of his leaving the brother?
He got caught and tried and assumedly killed, executed.
Oh,
That
we
she
assume
knows
that he
he's
was-
in. She knows he's involved with some bad stuff. I feel like she's smart enough not to get involved.
I think we could very easily tell her... Like, we don't give her anywhere to look. She'd be like, well, how do I contact... Like, where could I go looking for him? And we're like, we do not know. Like, the chain is broken. We don't know where it starts, even. Like, he sent a guy who sent a guy who went through a wormhole who sent a guy who sent another guy to deliver this. And something in that chain has broken. The courier told us it'd be the last package, then fucked off out of here.
Valuable are all of the things combined that she has so far.
Pretty
would you say?
valuable.
Like, are we talking thousands? Are we talking
Couple
zoo
thousand,
buying?
probably.
Zoo
Wasn't the
buying?
Mistwalker's regalia like 1,000 on its own?
Mistwalker's regalia was pretty spendy on its own, and the rest of it doesn't seem magical, but it certainly seems fancy.
Are we talking zoo buying money?
No. Especially since the zoo is not for sale.
He's absolutely not gonna give us zoo buying money ever since
Anything-
we started talking about zoo buying.
Anything's for sale.
The zoo is not for
Anything
sale.
else
The zoo
if
is
you have enough
owned
money.
by the government.
If we can't buy the zoo, we can. No, I was about to say we can make our own. But
I mean, the alternative is, and I know that I was just suggesting not telling her anything, but we just tell the truth and then go kill these orange people.
I don't know.
Maybe in a couple years when we've so
when
to
I
say gone up a few levels.
when I was talking to this guy, I referenced some other like organizations that do crime around this area, and he kind of laughed those off as like amateur bullshit, which makes me think maybe these guys are a little higher up.
I mean,
Makes me think maybe we don't want to tussle with him. He also almost shrugged off a yes. He didn't, but he resisted it pretty strongly, which is a lot.
Okay.
I mean, that was a
my
powerful spell.
I guess my position is that if we're going to set off a sequence of events that could possibly be dangerous, then we should be here for that sequence of events. And if we're not, then we shouldn't. That's my position.
I could hit her with a, hey, sometimes looking for old family is dangerous. Backstory, you know?
I don't think she seems like the kind of person who's gonna upend her life and go after him. And even if she does, we could point her in the wrong direction.
Insight check. What's she going to do when we tell her?
Okay.
Insight check on her. I have shit insight, I forgot.
I'll guide you.
Wow.
No.
Guide away, but it's 2. I rolled a 2, so it's not going to do much.
Well, maybe the
don't-
1 through 4 could help.
You don't know. I mean, you're not sure. You've known her for a very small amount of time, and you've started to come to realize that you're not the greatest judge of character. So, you honestly have no fucking idea.
Shit. Well, do we lie? Or do we tell the truth?
I say we tell her the truth. These are from her brother. She has nothing to worry about. He's alive, but you're not really gonna see him. And the gifts are gonna stop now.
Start with that. If she asks questions, then
Oh.
we can use messaging as a backup.
Believe me, I'm gonna let this all down very carefully.
We'll see how she takes it step by step.
Yep. We're gonna very gently kind of walk through this. Do you guys want me to be the point on this, or?
Please. Tyler, who's your friend?
I don't know. I haven't asked his name yet.
Oh,
Anyone want to hold him?
He's very docile.
kinda.
Here you go.
Thank you.
What if she asks, "Let me see the courier," and we're like, "It was a magic mouse."
Here he
Sure.
is.
No, I mean, I could absolutely say the courier, gave us the general gist and then, vanished. Magically disappeared. And we haven't quite figured out how to follow someone who teleports yet. Which is not a lie.
In fact, Argonetti has been talking to her about that most of the night, so...
Alright, are we ready?
Yeah.
Alright.
You head on back down. As you open the door, you see Argonetti in the middle of a sentence about some very dense arcane theory, and her eyes are a little glazed over, but she's definitely trying to pay attention. My friends, welcome back. Is everything all right?
Yes, I think it is. I think this is the end of this situation for you.
Oh.
But you might want to stay sitting down. We've got a number of things to explain here.
Okay.
First things first, everything's okay. You're safe, and you were safe this whole time. There was no strange bad actor.
Okay.
This is your final gift, apparently. There's one more.
Oh.
Pass it to her.
It's a little ostentatious, but it certainly looks fancy.
So, there's some good news and bad news to go with all this. I've given you some of the good news. Now for, I guess, good news, but a little shocking. These gifts are from your brother, who is still alive.
Oh.
Yeah. We were able to talk to a courier. It seems like your brother is incredibly far away. We weren't really able to ascertain how far, but a guy sent a guy who traveled a long way, who sent a guy, who sent a guy, multiple times to get these packages here to you. We don't know how long ago your brother sent them. Been a very long time, but he was alive when he did. And he wanted you to have them.
Make a deception check with advantage.
Right. I don't make deception checks very often in this campaign, shockingly.
I prefer to RP that sort of thing, honestly, but it feels like you gotta do it.
I rolled a 32.
And also, it doesn't matter.
I have a plus 13 in deception.
Sefton's given the performance of
that's
his
what he does.
lifetime.
Oh. Well,
Gotta love a bard.
That is good news.
Right. That being said, when we were talking to this courier, whatever this chain of communication he was using to get these here, it's broken down recently. This was the last package to make it through. I can't tell you you're ever going to hear from him again. I can't tell you where he is. I can't tell you what direction he's in.
Right.
I understand this is bittersweet to some extent.
Do you know if these were stolen, these gifts?
I can't say. You know your brother better than we do. I can't tell you what kind of business he's in.
Well, I'd hope he's in better business, but I imagine he's probably not. Well, it's good that he's alive. I'm sad he probably hasn't changed his ways. I'd love to have spoken to him about it, but thank you for figuring it out. That's better than I thought it was. So, that's...
Yeah, I mean...
It's a lot to take in, I won't lie, but not bad. I'm not being, stalked by a stranger who's...
Exactly. You're not being stalked.
That's good. That's good. That's good. Well, thank you for this. Yeah, I've sorry, it's a lot to take in.
I completely understand. I wish I could give you more info. I wish I could tell you. He's in the hallway. You can see him again, but
I don't.
We found what we found.
I don't even really know that I'd want to see him again, to be honest. So I think this is probably the best solution or the best outcome there could have been. But it's just a lot to process. But thank you all for what you've done. I mean, this is the Adventurers Guild doesn't mess around. They sent the right people for the job. And your reward. And she sort of goes and starts rummaging around until she pulls out a short sword, with a unique handle. It's got like finger guards along the handle that are made of iron, and it seems a little spiny on the end. She says, This is my father's sword. He called it Grip Breaker. And this is the payment as listed. I wish I could give you more, but...
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, Blake, has it been...
No.
Has it been 4 hours tonight?
I think you need 8 hours. And it
Oh, is it
certainly
8?
has not been 8 hours.
Rats.
And you've moved more than 30 feet, so...
What? From one floor up to the...
You went to a different roof.
Yeah.
Oh, I did. That's right. Rats.
No, mouse.
Mice. Yeah.
Yeah, she hands over Grip Breaker. Seems it is a magical sword. No money. I re-looked at it. Just her sword.
All right. Well, it was nice to meet you.
Yeah, it was nice to meet all of you. Thank you. Sincerely, thank you. And if you ever need food while you're here, you come down to the corner store. I'll be there. So, yeah. Do you happen to know of a place that would buy extravagant things that may or may not be stolen?
I know some people.
Yeah, you might want to find a place that doesn't ask questions.
Oh, jeez. I don't want to really engage with that. So I'll look into it.
Yeah, I wouldn't engage with that world if I were you.
Yeah, I'd like to avoid that if possible, but...
We always just do a garage sale of some sort.
Garage, yeah. Say they fell into your lap.
I would
I could
recommend.
act as an intermediary and send you money.
You and the guy, the floor below, he makes great paintings.
Oh, he's a painter?
Yeah.
I've never really seen him before. I didn't know.
Neither
I've
have
seen
we.
you.
What? Oh, that's interesting. Okay, I'll ask him if he knows where to sell stuff. Because I would qualify a lot of this as art. So,
Guys, this is our meet cute. This is. They're gonna fall in love.
Can I saw the Mistwalker's Regalia in town.
yes.
I would just in case these are stolen items, I would make sure you sell them somewhere outside of town.
Outside of... Okay, that's... Okay. I mean, most people don't leave town, but...
Or just to people, a traveler, right? Somebody coming through town. I wouldn't
Sure.
sell them around town, would be my best advice.
Maybe I just won't sell them all. I don't want to deal with that sort of thing. I don't want... If it's illegally purchased or not purchased, you know... But that's fine. I can figure it out. And worst comes to worst, I'll just put in another request with the Adventurers Guild to sell them for me. So, I mean, this is my first time working with you guys, and it's. I mean, you've done a good job, so I'll use your services again for sure.
If you want to request us specifically, we go by the Bright Futures.
Okay, yeah, Everett was telling me. Well, it's pretty late, so I think I'm gonna head to bed.
Yeah, we should get out of here.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Good night. It's nice to meet you.
Have a good
Nice
night.
to meet you as well.
You're gonna leave.
Who's taking that sword? Short sword.
Would you like to give it to me to identify?
Yeah.
Yeah, for now.
Cool.
As we're leaving, Septon will say, you know, if we really want to ingratiate ourselves to the town, we could pay her, take the goods, and then return them to whoever was stolen. And be like, we believe this has been stolen from you. Bright Futures.
Whoa.
Especially, I mean, Everett, you said you saw these? You saw the Mistwalker's Regalia?
Yeah.
We could go to her, pay for them, take it back to the shopkeeper who had it, and be like, no charge, we heard these were... We've recovered some stolen goods. And give them to them. I'm sure the shopkeeper would want to ask questions, but... Could be like, listen, we're with the Adventurers Guild, we took down some thieves, they had this, you
I was
know.
literally gonna pay off her employer so she could, like, go out of town to Amontarth. Because I want her to live out her dreams.
What?
And we could just pay her.
When will we have the money to buy the zoo then? That doesn't feel like it's in the same calculus.
The zoo is not in the same calculus. The zoo is not in any of my calculus. I can't do calculus.
I'm just, you know, we all get to have our priorities, and it just feels like we should align on this zoo thing.
Do you remember how much the shopkeep wanted for the Mistwalker's Regalia?
Make a history check. That's the sort of thing you might remember.
Oh, so much. 24.
1,150 gold pieces.
1,150 gold pieces.
Okay, so we'd have to part with a fair chunk, but if we gave her that much, we could give her less. We could give her that much, that way she's still getting the monetary value her brother wanted to give her, but then we return the regalia to the shopkeep.
We all pay 220? Did I do that math right?
This is the gold that we earned.
And we're doing something good for someone with it. And we're getting some clout in the city, you know, hey, Bright Futures, we heard this was stolen. See you around.
We could just steal it.
Remember the name.
We could just steal it.
All right. Yeah, I mean, if you think they're not going to ask too many questions, about these
Can't promise that,
problems.
but
Yeah, I mean,
I
let's
mean-
just let it lie. We got stuff to do.
right, we could do this later this week.
Yeah, we can do this.
We can
later.
tell them
We did
We
like
came
half the
acro-
board in one day.
Do half the board. You did do 3 quests though
Half
in
of
one
it.
day.
Allow me to boast. Allow me
Well-
to feel myself.
we can just say like we came across these on another quest.
Yeah.
They don't
We
have
say
to.
we found him. We say we found him from the cultists, and then if they ask questions, they go back to the Adventurers Guild, and Serena is like, "Oh yeah, those guys did deal with the cultists.
It's gonna be a web of lies pretty soon.
We've got an alibi."
Let's let it lie for now, and we can make that choice later.
Did we hand in the other quests yet?
I think so, yeah.
Can we go to bed?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am tired.
All right, you return back to. I opened my Photoshop. Fucking Christ.
Oh, are you
All right.
making us?
Computer about to crash.
Oh.
No, it's fine.
Computer's about to ignite.
You head on back to your room in the Adventurers Guild, and you go to bed, and you go hunkshu, me.
Before I go Hungshu me,
Yes.
could I have virtually casted Speak with Animals and ask the mouse their name?
Yes,
and
you
you don't
can.
have to. We don't have to RP this. You can
Nope.
just give me a name right now.
His name is Gerbephalus Major.
Hell yeah!
You better write that down, because I ain't
Major.
remembering.
Do you you get all of your hit dice back on a long rest? I
Half.
just hit the long rest button.
Half
Really?
your hit dice, half your total hit dice back on a long rest.
Why did I not know that? That's crazy.
Yeah, I also thought it was all, but Foundry's been doing half, and I was like, "Really? Is that right?" And it is.
That's the rules. All right, yeah, you. It is now Monday, the 18th, the day you were officially supposed to arrive. As you all. Yeah, you've already done shit before you were supposed to be here.
Supposed to connect with the teacher.
Well, don't worry, you will. In the morning, you are awoken very early, with a sound of loud commotion coming from downstairs. Like a lot of chattering and yelling coming from the main area of the guild hall.
Of course. Wait, did we identify that sword?
Oh, yeah, you could have. It's the Grip Breaker. It's a short sword, does not require attunement. Any attempts to, sorry, let me just actually pull it up instead of trying to remember it. Any attempt, well, with the short sword, any attempt to remove the grappled or restrained condition can be made as a bonus action.
Nice.
But you gotta have it in your hand. You gotta be wielding it.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Does anybody, who wants that? Or should I just put it on Everett's sheet for now?
I don't need it.
Tosses it up in the air and spins it around.
All right, I'll put it on your sheet.
Yeah. It's Everett's for now.
Everett.
Everett's suddenly really good at knife juggling, sword juggling.
All right, Everett, it's going on your sheet. Grip Breaker.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. So there's a lot of commotion coming from downstairs.
Should we check it out, or if it's not any of our business?
Everyone's
it
gonna go down
out.
and check it out.
Cool. Yeah, downstairs, and you see a large crowd gathered around one of the tables. They seem excited, odd. Some of them starstruck. You can't make out who they're surrounding. They're completely surrounded. But people are just like, you hear whispers like, I heard he came through the Flame Tender's gate without Grapelight? And he's not a member of the Order? No way! Well, he's certainly worse for wear. Well, don't say that about an excellent sort of Lygium wizard. He'll hear you.
Oh, I was really hoping it'd be our boy, the adventurer.
Oh,
Which one?
yeah, him.
Arkin Rendorian?
Arkin Rendorian. Speaking of Indiana Jones.
I'm really hoping Arkin Rendorian would be here. Sounds like that might be our teacher.
All right.
All right.
Well,
Can
Where,
we
like,
push through
we
the
go
crowd?
through the crowd?
Yeah, you push through the crowd, and sure enough, Averith is there, just looking overwhelmed by the amount of people around. Just like, oh, yeah, answering questions. I'm looking for them. I'm looking for them. You can see that his arm is still in a sling, and he's wearing a light blue traveling cloak that is turned rather gray around the bottom edges. It was, is there? Do you have a room? Did you find? You have a room already? I assume.
Yeah.
Well, in fact,
Can we go there?
of course.
I
Sure.
hear you're famous.
Yes, I suppose I am. And he hurries towards your room as the crowd sort of dissipates. Not upset, but a little annoyed they can't talk to the famous wizard anymore. He goes into your room.
Una does her best bodyguard impression. Like, please.
Yeah, you all meet up in one of the rooms, and he says, "Oh, thank you. I am very glad you're already here. Otherwise, that would have been a very uncomfortable day for me. Well, how goes it? When did you arrive?
3,
Wait, 2 days ago?
2?
2 days ago.
Oh, what?
We've. Yeah.
Whoa, a
That's-
lot's happened in 2 days.
Yeah, we
That's
finished
impressive.
3 quests so far off the quest board.
You arrived and you started your schoolwork immediately.
Not immediately.
As your
Not
teacher, I am
immediately.
quite
We went to the zoo first.
We went to the zoo. We went shopping. We watched a fight. We
I got this cool jersey. And I put,
imbibed
like,
legal
well,
substances.
What?
Legal substances.
Legal substances, I said.
Um,
Thought I misheard you.
No,
like
very-
the
very
queen
legal.
Or like the Baron or something.
What? The
Who did
Baron?
what?
Who?
What's the leadership structure here? I don't know.
Yeah, I met.
Oh, you spoke to the lords. Good. That is
Yes.
quite forward
one.
of you.
Well,
I mean, you know us.
I suppose I do. Yes.
yeah, Lord Steadyhand.
Ah, yes. A delight.
Yeah,
I've met her
I
once or
figured
twice
it
myself.
was. I figured it was good to make ourselves known.
That is wise. You saw that the program had not given you sort of the heroes of Kelshar welcome, and you decided to get it for yourselves. That is not a bad idea.
And then she told me a lot more about my bloodline cult. Oh yeah, guys, we need to catch up. By the way, I look around at everybody.
Well, I've been
We're not
waiting.
We just haven't had a
explain.
chance. We just haven't had a chance to talk it out.
love-
Una's grinning ear to ear, but there's fear behind her eyes.
I'd love to hear what she knew. I'm rather invested myself. But if now's not the time, then I suppose it can wait.
Well, you say what you were gonna tell us first.
I was just I was just asking what you had done already. What else? What else happened? You said you did quests. What of them?
Got this. I pull out the sword.
Ah, that is a
Yes.
sword.
Let's see. We helped
might
a
have
girl
Probably
who
broke up
had
a
like.
couple.
Wait, what?
We probably broke up a couple.
That's true.
Not
Well, he was being unfaithful.
then. Good on you.
That was sort of brought to light. There was a woman who was afraid she was being stalked. She wasn't. We sorted that out.
Ah,
And we routed a cult.
ooh, all in a day's
And we
work.
Killed-
just Rotupulus Major.
Killed most of and routed a cult.
Killed most of
Easily.
and routed a cult. Well, you know what they say about second chances.
We also got a pumpkin cupcake and a sturdy tooth.
I'm glad
True.
to hear it.
We did do some shopping, acquired some items.
And got another pet.
Another pet.
Rotupulus Major
Oh!
at your service.
I'm a lot more on board with this one than Awuna.
How is a
Okay, why is Awuna catching strays here?
Because Awuna could kill us.
I
They're
am
not
bringing
gonna-
Actually,
Awuna.
sorry. Awuna could not kill us, I don't think. Awuna could kill people. Innocent
Me and
people.
Una are training Awuna.
Jercephalus Major there.
Tertuphilus?
Jertuphalus?
I don't know. That's what I wrote.
Metropolis Major.
Drusephalus. Jerry Major.
Jerry Major.
Jerry Major, I don't think could kill anyone unless he's
You do
carrying
not
a
know Jerry.
disease.
You need to have a conversation
Don't-
with Jerry.
Don't tempt Blake. He'll make Jerry the big bad guy.
Turns out Jerry is Vecna and was the whole time.
We didn't look super closely, but Jerry only has one eye.
You don't know how much blood is on these little paws.
Sure,
Well,
sure.
I'm pleased to meet your new friend.
Oh, also we got
Oh,
tripped out.
oh.
We got tripped out at the store.
We got some
I
nice
noticed
studs.
Sean D has
Oh.
the two of you have new outfits. Yes.
We've begun some light social engineering to make sure the Bright Futures have a good foothold, and other aligned factions maybe don't have such a good foothold here in the city.
Who, if you don't mind my asking?
Is Averth on the up and up? Is Averth, we can...
You don't have to tell me if you don't want to.
You're the one who got
really-
yourself into this mess.
It's really all right.
What was their name? Hang on, I gotta scroll
The
back up.
Kitesworn.
The Kitesworn. Listen, the Kitesworn trying to get a foothold here. We know who the Kitesworn work for. We're kind of thinking maybe they don't have such a good foothold here.
Right. Yes. No. The more powerful the Kitesworn become, the more imminent war is. So that's I see your reasoning there. Yes.
Not to mention, we're aware this is kind of this is in a territory that they would need a good foothold in if they were gonna head south. So
Should they wish to cross the Festimere into the Henwaith proper, this would be a good way to do that. But crossing the Festimere is a difficult journey unto itself. But it couldn't hurt to cat. It couldn't hurt to have a good foothold here and prevent that one as well. That is true. Yes. Well, I mean, it seems like you're doing a bang-up job already. You didn't need me to be here to do any of that, but I didn't think you did in the first place.
is there anything we need to do for school other than quests while we're here?
Just quests, that's the whole thing. And I'm to be
How many
here
quests?
as a supervisor, as many as you'd like.
So we could be done right now.
You probably wouldn't receive a great grade if you only did 3 quests over the course of 2 weeks, but you could.
We
Let's
have to do
go-
as
let's
many
go do
quests as
some more.
possible.
Yeah, let's see.
Possible.
Listen,
What's the rubric? Were we given a rubric?
I was told.
Do I get extra credit for learning more about my bloodline?
Yes, I'll give you extra credit. So long as you
Extra credit
allow
for-
me to assist you.
Okay.
Look, these
Listen, I don't totally know what the rubric is because I'm a replacement on this particular excursion. Your Corel was meant to be here with you, but they had pressing needs
Totally
elsewhere.
forgot that.
So I'm not entirely sure, but I would love to see you try your hardest. That's what I would like to see.
Listen, these quests pay cash. I will do as many of them as we can while we're here.
Also, they're so easy.
Well,
Right. Well, so I would love to hear more about your bloodline situation, Una, but we don't have to do that now. I'd love to hear about anything. It's interesting to hear your investment with the Kitesworn. I think you and I might, and I understand that the Exit Sortilegium takes a stance of neutrality on these matters, but you and I might perhaps have a similar viewpoint. So I'd love to hear anything you know about that as well. But other than that, I'm simply here to supervise. If you need any help, you know where to find me. I'll be out and about. I should pay a visit to an old friend who lives in town. But beyond that, I probably catch a Knights League match or two to get some good food. But you can generally find me here.
Who's the friend? If I'm not prying too much.
Yes, no, she lives in the tower, not too far from here, up on Storm Street. Her name is Genry. Genry Orm.
Didn't one of us go to a tower and meet someone named Genry?
Yeah, Everett did.
Yes, that's me. Oh, yeah, I've had the pleasure of making her acquaintance.
Ah, yes. Well, wizards do attract, I suppose. It's been a number of years since I've spoken to her. I'd love to catch up at some point.
Insight check. Are they in love? Were they in love ever?
Do wizards
Go ahead.
attract?
Guidance.
Guidance.
Okay.
Hold on. 26
26.
without guidance.
He don't swing that way.
Oh.
Got you.
I think in every
Confirmed
Would a 28
confirmed bachelor Averith Railsinian.
Would a 28 give me any more insight after guidance?
About that, you've gotten all the insight that you...
I think in every campaign where Averith has shown up, he's had like some friend or some like person he has to go talk to, and immediately the party's like, "Oh,
Yeah, Brandon, Tooth Snatcher, and Nero. Those both.
no, the other Sortilegian member who's sleeping on his couch one time."
Oh, Yuna Renfro, yeah.
Yeah, Yuna.
Yeah, no. You insight check him. The vibes don't lean that direction.
Can I come with you when you go to visit? No, that's your friend. I don't want to jump in on your spot there.
No worries. I mean, you're more than welcome.
Oh, well, maybe I will come then. We're not too busy knocking some heads on the quest board.
Right.
We should take a look, see if there's any changes. I think there might be 3 less quests.
Ayo.
Or they've just immediately been filled in. Oh, do we have a new tier we can get to now?
You'd have to talk to
Let's go
Serena.
check.
Let's go check it out.
All right. Well, I will be hiding here until my room's ready. So, good luck.
Okay, could you hang out with Jerry, because I don't want to take him into any dangerous situations.
Your mouse. Well,
Jerry Major?
I don't see why not.
He loves pockets.
Well, I have many of those. There he goes. Good.
He's suspiciously tame.
Yeah, I found him on a roof.
You never see mice on the roofs.
They don't go there.
That's bird area.
You're gonna come back and Averith is gonna be dead.
Little holes all around, all in him.
All right.
It turns out it's just Balthazar.
Oh shit!
Jerry's
Like,
Blake's
wouldn't-
rewriting everything.
Averith wouldn't be dead if it was Balthazar. Averith would be in a different compromising situation.
Balthazar also wouldn't disguise himself as a mouse.
No.
He's far too flashy.
What if it's a really sexy mouse?
Yeah, how sexy
How
is
sexy
that
is
mouse,
Jerry?
Don't.
That's up to your imagination. You can decide for yourselves how sexy that
Blake? If
mouse
you
is.
were a mouse
Nope.
and objectively looking at Jerry, how
no.
attractive would you be?
I wouldn't answer that question is where I would be. All right, we're going downstairs to check the quest board. Is that what we're doing?
Yes. I want
Okay.
to see Serena Bedpan.
Is the
Late
quest
30s,
board
dirty blonde
updated
hair,
on
tucked in
the...
the shoulders? Sorry.
Yeah, actually, as you go to the quest board, Serena does sort of flag you down and say, "So, you've impressed me. You did some good work in a day. So I'm giving you access to A-tier quests. Keep in mind, those tend to take a bit longer, tend to send you out of the town a little bit more. So be aware when you take those on."
Challenge accepted.
I mean, feel free. We would love to get them done. It reflects well upon the guild when our harder quests get done. Still not sending you out on S-tier quests. You're not going anywhere near the Grey Blight until you prove yourselves a little bit more. But for now, I'm impressed. Let's see what you can do. And the quest board has been updated. There's
Reading
more
it now.
stuff on it.
Guys, I'm just gonna say right now, I'm really good at finding ingredients.
God, there's a quest on here that would get us zoo buying money.
But I'm
Might be
reading that
looking at the
quest I
wrong
saw at
quest
the
board.
conversation.
What do you mean?
Yeah, you gotta go to locations, Garrick Bastion, and then...
Locations, Garrick
or you
Bastion.
can click on the Adventurers Guild on the map, and you'll be able to. It's listed.
Okay. No, I was under Bright Futures
Yeah,
Initiative
that's
quest board.
that's your quests for Bright Futures, which you haven't done any of.
Right.
Oh, there we go.
Yep, there's a couple of the ones that you have done are gone. There's a couple more that look like they completed yesterday as well. But new ones, there's a Jouster's Nightmare, Test Subject, no new B rank quests, but 3 A rank quests: Risky Requisition Supply Run, and I'm Not Fortune's Fool. But Hunting for Sport and Lost Arms are still there from B rank. Guard PR, the fake Guard PR is now there, the one that you put up, and there's 1 D rank quest, Bumps in the Basement, still remaining.
Tether is good at finding ingredients.
Which one is find ingredients?
Risky requisition.
I think we need to save this man. Gilbert.
It does come with a hefty price tag.
Yeah,
But-
but like reading how he wrote it makes me not want to talk to him.
Old saying I've picked up. If it looks too good to be true, it is. That's when you live in the Feywild, you start to notice deals that are probably not deals, because they're not people you want to deal with. And this price, it's making me think that maybe.
I think that we should do it.
I mean, I'd be fine to look into it.
Did any of us go to the Fate's Fate?
Nope, no one's been there yet.
No. Okay.
It's worth noting that I know these. We were told these were longer, but 2 of these A ranks take us to a similar location.
Yeah, bang them both out.
Which ones are those? The risky requisition and the supply run?
Yes.
Yeah.
Be fine with it.
Also, I'm reading text subjects in the C rank, and I feel like we could take a hit for a little bit and get 15,000 gold.
Huh.
Or I could at least do it.
I think that we should do the Fortune's Fool one, because that's an interesting turn of phrase. And
Yeah.
also it's immediately relevant.
It's true. He does want to talk urgently.
And if it turns out to be nonsense, we'll know right away.
Yeah. Maybe we could check with Serena, but if we go vibe check the guy and it's kind of, or I'm sure they vet these, but
Ooh, you and I shall venture forth to prevent it.
Yeah, we'd have to spend a lot of time with this man.
or
Gilbert.
we could ask around the Adventurers Guild. Does anybody know who this Gilbert is? Has he put out stupid requests before? Sorry, not judging, but it
Is
seems.
he annoying?
Yeah.
I mean, there's other. We're in the hall, right? There's other parties around.
Yeah.
Can I go up to Serena?
Yeah.
Serena, this is, I don't mean to impugn the honor of the Adventurers Guild or anything, but do you guarantee ahead of time that the reward is something that the questioning party has access to?
Well, that's the idea, yeah. That's why they come through us. We have enforcers that can make things happen. I'm not going to say there's a 100% success rate on that. Some people are too wily or too powerful for us to enforce.
Okay, and this Gilbert fellow.
He would be
is
one of the
cooperating.
ones who's too powerful for us to enforce, yes.
Oh, okay, that's good to know.
But he's generally pretty good for his thing. I personally detest the man, but he's done a lot of good for Garrick Bastion and Blight Valley as a whole, so.
What can you tell me? Like, what makes him undesirable?
He's have you ever met a very rich person before?
Yeah.
a few.
Yes, so you know already a lot of the reasons he's insufferable. But he owns the Hillthread Guild, which is a trading organization that pretty much just supplies Blight Valley, supplies us, Doppinwit, and the dwarves up to the north of us with food, supplies, raw materials, anything we need, because you can't really get that here in Blight Valley as easily as you can get it in the rest of the Empire. He does a lot of good for the area, but he is a rat bastard. Just the worst guy you've ever been around. So, you take the bad with the good, I suppose.
Septian, I mean, I know that I was sort of not interested in helping out the town the way that you suggested earlier, but this would make it just so much easier to do if we were independently wealthy. Oh, you're muted.
I mean, arguably, we are independently wealthy compared to most people.
Well,
But,
yeah, I'm saying, never
I
work
think-
another day again in your life independently wealthy.
It's true. Could you buy a house for this amount of money?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it depends on where, but, like, Tether did.
They don't
We
know
buy
that.
a base of operations and subcontract out a Bright Futures initiative below us here in Garrick Bastion.
Bright Futures Incorporated.
Dang.
I think that we go, we see if it's bullshit. If it's bullshit, we don't do it. And if it's real, then we
I'd
make
be
it
happy to
harm.
look into it. Yeah, I'd be happy to talk to the guy. So it's we go to him.
Nope.
No, we go to the
Fate's Fate.
we go to Fate's Fate. We figure it out. And then we go to him and we're like, we're gonna stop it.
And he comes along with us, presumably.
Depending on what Fate's Fate said, it could be one of those situations where the person there says, oh, actually, he's corrupt as shit, and kill him. I don't know.
I mean, if the fates are saying he's gonna die, who are we to be like, no?
Well, there is a group that's quite good at that.
The
Oh
Ghastly
yeah, tell
Vision
me
was
about them.
the Ghastly Vision was just us five.
The different 5 heroes.
Not was, is. They're still kicking. That hadn't happened yet. That hasn't finished
What
yet.
would you call them? The Fate Wrenchers?
That group of
Fate
people are probably
Destroyers.
on a boat right now, if I had to guess.
Fate Snippers. Fate.
I hear one of them doesn't know how the spell Find Steed works.
The Fate Crackers.
Fate Cracker. I think that was
Fate
it.
Crackers.
Fate Smashers.
Smashers.
Ooh, Fate Smasher. Fate Smasher.
I think we get to it and then we come right back and we do the rest of them. Would be my.
I mean, yeah, there's plenty that seem to take place in town, or that you could go ask people about the beginning of a quest without actually like accepting a quest. So that's
Okay, hear me out. We go to Fate's Fate. We figure out what was said. We get an idea of it. And then we just go hit up some other ones in town, maybe for the day. We clear out like the D rank one or something. Which one was the D rank one?
bumps in the
Bumps
basement.
into basement.
It's probably rats.
We ask Jerry.
probably
Is this
rats.
rats?
Once again, I'm gonna ask we all look at test subjects. I feel like that's easy money.
That might be easy money.
15,000.
All right, hear me out. We split up. That's it. That's the whole plan. We try to do all of them in one day.
We can do the most wins.
The ones that require you to go to the Drillstone Series, you will not be able to accomplish in one day. I'm going to tell you that right now.
How about today we take a look at Fortune's Fool and test subjects? Does that sound good?
Cool.
And maybe if there's time, bumps in the basement?
Or we have a fun day, a fun day, because we've already done so much and we have so much time left. We pick everything, like, B down, and we have a competition. Who can finish the most?
I would be down to split into teams, sorry Blake, and try to, like,
Don't apologize
each try
to
to
me.
complete...
You're going to be sitting there doing nothing if you do this.
each try to complete a quest, but let's do one more full normal day, and then see.
Start with
You
fates.
have 2 weeks.
Let's see
So.
how it goes.
Yeah, we
I
got
really
time.
want to go meet somebody named Ruby Grape Stomper, so that's high on my list.
Like, we can have alliances, like, ooh, you help me with this one, and we'll take half credit, but, like, you also don't want them to get ahead, so, ooh,
We start a
gonna be fun,
reality
guys.
show.
oh, yeah. We have seeing eyes and hearing ears following each of us.
All right.
All
And
right.
talking
Oh.
heads.
That's that one.
Hey,
That's that one warlock idea I pitched to you, Blake.
It is. It is.
The warlock who has
Okay,
Twitch chat
coffee.
watching him.
Breakfast. Fate's fate.
All right, you munch down some breakfast and you head out to the fate of the fate. He did not write it down correctly.
Cool.
But yeah, you head on up to Fate's Crossing, up to the north, and you find Fate's Crossing is a pretty brightly colored place. It's purposefully very welcoming. But the fate of the fate seems to be a little bit more of a subdued exterior. And there are dark curtains drawn over the windows.
I'll handle this.
Oh,
And I knock and I say, oh, I guess I don't know the information that's in this description, do I? Unless it's like got around town.
Probably not. No.
Okay, cool. Hello. Hello. Excuse us.
You know, most customers enter.
Oh, well, we're happy to do that. And I open the door
All right.
and I walk in.
You all head on inside. You see inside is a very, I suppose ritually would be the best word to describe it, but richly decorated area. A lot of heavy furs and silks. And it is all centered around a table with a crystal ball, a divination orb, the center. And sitting at that table, you see a woman, a green-eyed individual, who's like striking green eyes, with somewhat lupine features. You recognize her pretty quickly as a shifter. She looks at you all walk in, and then she looks at you, Shandi. Master Asume. It's rare to see someone with your eyes these days.
So I've read, although it's rare to see many like us at all.
Well, in this part of the country, I suppose. That's where your family used to thrive, but I apologize for the way of things. And you do look strikingly familiar. You've never been to the Clogglyph Lyceum, have you?
No, I've never been this way at all.
Oh, the Lyceum's down in Nildor, but... Could have sworn we've met. Not those eyes, though. I've never seen those before.
Interesting.
Can I make an Arcana check on this room?
Sure.
Oh, can I insight check this interaction?
Yeah.
I mean, you walked into a fortune teller's room and she's like, oh, I've seen you before. Suspicious. Suspicious.
Did she give us a name?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Where's insight?
13 with Argonite's help, 15.
Yeah, I mean, that's a real divining orb. The rest of it sort of doesn't seem terribly magical, but certainly that is a real divining orb.
I got an insight check of 4.
Don't know, man. Pretty,
A lot of sparkly things in this room.
pretty lady in sparkly room. Hard to say.
Hey, she's pretty. Now that I put in the notes.
She's pretty with lupine features. We were talking about this the other night.
What does lupine mean?
Dog.
Bullfish.
Oh, that's cool.
Wanted to
Don't
remember.
Don't worry about that. She says, welcome to the fate of the fate. My name is Lena Florese.
Hi, Lane.
Lovely to meet you, Lena.
Lena or
Lena.
My name is
Oh.
Everett Cornelius Nelson.
L-E'_INA. Listen,
It's in
I
there.
didn't accidentally make the naming conventions of shifters. Somebody else
You know it's
did.
it's a fantasy name when there's an apostrophe.
You gotta blame somebody whose character's name is on screen right now for that one.
I don't know. No, I don't know.
And Florese, Shandi, in your research, you would recognize this as the name. Of
Yeah, I have the Google Doc open right now. I have not looked at it in probably a year real time, but
Yep, that's what Green-Eyed Shifters, that's their family name. Florese.
Yes.
You mean you've looked at it a week ago?
yeah, a week ago.
It's always a week ago. What can I help you with? Are you here for a fortune? A group
How much?
fortune? It's been a while since I've done one of
A
those.
fortune of
Oh.
sorts, in fact.
Yeah, we're actually here for someone else's fortune. They've sent
Yeah.
us to ask a question about it. A certain Mr. Gilbert.
Oh, the portly halfling.
Gilbert
Is he
Blar?
Briar tongue.
Briar
Briar
tongue.
tongue. That's an I. Oh, okay. In whatever font my computer is using, that is like an L.
Blar.
I was like, Blar. Yes, Briar tongue.
Yes, the portly halfling who's displeased with his reading. I'm afraid that's a common occurrence. I don't lie in my readings if he's trying to get me to change it or something.
I think he's a little more worried about
Not
the
trying to get-
implications of it.
And he's not
But-
trying to get you to change it.
Oh, he's trying to change his fate. Not a wise
Oh, shit.
course of action, in my experience. Now, I
Yeah.
don't know what you all know about divination and fate, but it's nothing set in stone. But generally, when one tries to seek out a change to their future, that's when they set it right in stone.
I know literally 0 divination spells. You'd think a bard would pick up like 1 at some point.
Nah.
Is there some sort of client privilege, or could you tell us what you told Mr. Briartongue?
Normally, I wouldn't do something like that, but if you're working for him, I'm sure you've got coin to spare. Something could be arranged.
Sure. How much do you need?
2,000.
Okay.
2,000.
We-
2,000. Ridiculous. It's not worth.
You're not the country. They're not the country bumpkins I took you for. Very well, 200.
Septon will give her 200 of Tether's gold.
Okay.
Tether, he's using it.
But I wanted him to get something nice.
Oh.
Yes, I had a rather striking vision for the man. A vision of him fighting with a shadowy figure over a mithril crown reforged with spider webbings of gold. His surroundings filled with fire and ash, and then I saw his skull sitting on a chair wearing that same crown.
Ooh, can you say that one more time?
Yes, I can. A vision of him fighting with a shadowy figure over a mithril crown, reforged with spider webbings of gold. His surroundings filled with fire and ash, and then I saw his skull sitting on a chair, wearing that selfsame crown.
Did you, as foresee in your vision, when this might come to pass?
That's not how it works.
Okay, no, I'm just asking.
Are your like visions more like 1-to-1, or do they get like weird and allegorical?
It
and you have to, like-
depends. From time to time, I'm shown imagery rather than events, but I've seen events as well. It really depends on the client. Depends on
Any,
how fate is feeling that particular day.
Any
Well, how-
details on the shadowy figure?
If I had them, I would have told you.
No wings or anything?
It was more of a shadow than a figure.
Septon's gonna kill this guy. Septon's gonna walk into his house, shift, and kill him. And take his money.
Well, very helpful. But suffice to say, he would be dead in this.
Yes, no, that reeks of death. It was his skull, of that I'm sure.
Well, if we don't know like time frame and stuff, like everything dies, so we can't prevent death.
Not everything dies.
But like,
You often.
Well,
like you said, if he goes out to prevent this, he's gonna get killed.
Go out where?
I don't know.
I have seen in my time, both here and elsewhere, that those who try to change their fate are the ones that seal it.
So what if we tell him we're on it, but you can't come, and then we just don't do anything?
I don't get the vibe from him that he's gonna let us go alone.
I don't want to do that.
I know, me neither.
I'm just gonna tell him he's annoying because he will be annoying, and then he'll be mad. He won't pay us.
The thing is, we don't need another shadowy figure after us, is all I'm saying.
We could ask for payment up front.
Half.
Dine and dash!
Something tells me he won't be willing to offer that.
Half and half. Regardless, thank you for this information.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Can I ask you, did you, have you made predictions of death? Is that a common prediction of yours, or is that something that reserved for him?
That's what most people ask me about, actually, believe it or not.
Oh, so you can actually learn something. You can learn specific things. Like if they ask you for something, you can go to. It's not just sort of a general situation.
Depends. Again, it depends. I am rather proficient in my art, but my art is an amorphous one, to say the least. So most people come to ask if they'll fall in love or if they'll die, and those sort of things tend to be easier to grasp, though I don't get all the details usually. And some simply ask for their fate to be read, and that's when things get a little bit more metaphorical.
All right. Well,
If you'd be interested in a reading, my prices are quite low.
How low?
50 gold.
50 gold. Me first. 50 gold.
Just for yourself or for everyone?
Well, I feel like everyone wants to feel special, right?
I don't.
I'll pay for everyone to get their own. And then we could do a group one.
Save your gold on me. I don't need it.
Likewise, I don't have much interest in knowing my future.
Emo
I
kids
feel
in
like
the back.
one of us should do it just so we can get the vibe of what like he experienced if we're gonna take this.
But that's a good point. Like if you go for it. You have my blessing. Not that you need it, because you can make
But
your
I
own
do
decisions.
love it.
You can make your own decisions.
Oh, thank you so much for believing that.
Girlfriend? Nope. Hated that.
Girlfriend power, girls room, girls.
We'll work on it. We'll work on it. Girly pop? Nope. Hated that.
Women.
Okay.
Supporting women.
Speaking of supporting women, are you going to pay this woman to read your fortune?
I already docked it off my gold.
Great. Sit across from me. You can all observe if you'd like, but I'm afraid there's not much of a show to be had.
Do you mind, Tether? Or we
No,
can
not
leave?
at all.
Okay.
Place your hands on the ball. And I'll ask you to surrender yourself to the eyes of fate.
How do you do that?
You'll know. And she puts her hand on the ball as well. You can make a wisdom save right now, or you can choose to fail it.
I'll fail it. Who cares?
Okay. You feel sort of a force not enter your mind, but almost observe your mind, and you feel this sort of strange, otherworldly feeling, almost like when you wake up, but you're not totally awake and things don't totally make sense yet. That washes over you, as the rest of you see Lena's eyes go from a pretty brilliant emerald to fully glowing green as the ball itself also begins to glow green. It almost seems like the air gets sucked into the middle of the room and the light around you dims before it comes back to full. She goes, I saw many things. I saw you and another you being pulled in two different directions. On one side, a large, infested hand reaching its claw-like grip into your throat, and on the other, I saw flames, a purifying fire. And I saw the two of you diverge, one towards one towards the other, the gentle thread that connects you growing thinner and thinner. And as it snapped, the vision ended.
Cool, thank you. So guys, how do we change or prevent allegory? Because like then you can like really interpret anything as anything, right?
I caution you, those who try to change their fate usually end up sealing it.
Yeah, but if we're being paid to change someone else's fate.
Well, that's your decision.
Well, that was fun.
I'm glad you thought so.
Thank you.
I hope you learned something.
Totally. Anyone else want some?
Could I ask a question?
Of course.
So, this is a bit of a non sequitur, but me and my acquaintance here, and I point to Argonetti, we're working on a magical problem. Trying to figure out how to track a teleport and teleport to the same location as the previously casted teleport. And it occurred to me just here, while you were reading the future, that instead of catching the teleport once it was cast, could it be possible to somehow do it predictively?
Oh, so to foretell where they would teleport to. I suppose that's possible. In fact, I really don't see why not. You'd have to have some very focused divination, but in my experience, the more focused the question you ask of fate, the easier it is to get a solid answer.
And it wouldn't have to be too far in the future either. I mean, if it was castable quickly, you could potentially learn that information mere seconds before the teleportation was cast, which I imagine would make the divination.
Oh yes,
simpler.
I mean the way, if the farther out you try to peer into the universe, the more hazy it becomes. But people tend to act in a certain number of ways. I think it wouldn't be difficult to assume the next action. I believe they call that rollback divination. That one for the fighting game fans out there. Anyway, yes, I actually that sounds feasible. That sounds workable.
Interesting. Argonetti, what do you think on the subject?
I've never thought of something like that, but I suppose it's worth a try.
Would you be interested, Lena, in allowing me to be your, I don't know, assistant, apprentice for a brief period of time? Could that be helpful for you?
A consult is what you're looking for.
Are you hiring me to help you with your task? Is that what you want?
No, I'm saying I would help you with your tasks, and in so doing, ideally study divination magic and how it might apply to my journey.
I I've never really thought about having assistant before. You've seen what the job is. It's not that involved, but I suppose it could be nice to have someone to do some chores around the place.
All right. Well, I can't promise a ton of time because we got to go figure out this situation with this guy. But I'm here for a little while, so I'll stop by and help you out.
If you'd like to swing by and discuss the finer points of divination, we could arrange something like that.
Excellent.
For a cost or for services returned in exchange.
Excellent. I will keep it in mind on my journey while I am here. I'll come visit you should I have the time to make good on it.
Anyone else want their fortune read and a question from their future answered?
I look at
a loved one that you'd like to know or someone if you would like to know they would become precious to you. A job in the future you're hoping to discover the outcome of.
I lean over and I say, if you want to do it, I'd pay for you if you wanted to.
Frankly, young Master Everett, I don't think I have much of a future beyond our goal together. So I'm well okay. Thank you though.
All right, fine.
One question: what was the cost?
50.
It was out of character.
50.
50. Something I'll just ask real quick. What's your Perhaps this isn't a fortune, as it were. Could you tell me someone else's fortune? A family member, perhaps. Or does that fall more into scrying?
Scrying is divination. Something that I can do. If you want me to scry on someone, I could do that as well. It's not a service I usually offer, but if you want me to tell the future of a family member, I could do that. It would be... I can't promise accuracy. If you can give me something of theirs, it becomes a lot easier for me to do.
Me?
Well, if you share their blood, then yes. I mean, it's a little unseemly, but blood is a very powerful reagent in magic. Divination
and
not
what if...
discluded.
And what if they were across a plane?
Well, it shouldn't really matter. Their future is their future.
I've attempted to contact across planes before, and I'm aware it's...
Well, I can't contact them for you.
Of
To see
course.
their future, where they are in this multiverse, shouldn't really matter. Unless they're in, I suppose, limbo. Hard to tell what anything is in there.
Weighing his options here. I don't suppose you could take a look at I suppose I can't do a group of people, can I?
Well, if they're all related to you and they're near each other, then perhaps. I do group readings.
I don't suppose you could tell me how my parents are doing, and something will sit down across from her.
I may be able to.
Give it a shot. 200, or what was the group price? Or is it still just 50?
It's 50.
Something will give her 50.
And
We'll see what...
I'll need that reagent, if you don't mind.
How much do you need? I'll need a lot of this later.
Just
Is he, like, pricking a finger? Or...
Yeah, just a few drops. Should be fine.
Yeah. Do I put it on the orb, or what? How does this work?
Yes.
Alright, Septon will prick his finger. I actually don't know if Septon has a sharp object with him. Yes, Septon doesn't have a dagger or anything.
I have a dagger.
Can you prick my finger for me?
I have a real one.
You're not a psychic one, please.
I have a real one.
Cool.
Yeah.
Piece of emergency.
Pricks your finger and you put it on the orb. Just like your friend, I'm going to need you to accept the Eyes of Fate.
Mm-hmm.
Places her hand on the orb. You can make a wisdom check or you can choose to fail it.
I'm failing it.
Alright. A similar phenomena begins to occur with the glowing eyes and the glowing orb, but you also notice as the blood sort of drips out of Septon's finger and swirls around the outside of the ball, first on the surface and then floating off it, and then seemingly sort of disappearing up into the air as the ritual ends. He goes, I saw a forest with blue leaves, a crowd of crying faces on a triumphant bough, before the forest melted away to a dappled, sunlit field. Much food, much mirth, much merriment, and some sorrow was shared. I hope that helps.
It does. And Septim stands up.
Any for the rest of you? Master Asume? Perhaps would like to see the future of your bloodline?
Not today, no, though I may be returning.
Are you sure we haven't met before?
I'm quite positive. Although, you saying that has definitely sparked some thoughts in my head.
Well, I'd be happy to hear them.
What did she call me just now?
Master Asume.
Okay, just confirming.
Yeah, you'd know that is your real last name.
Yeah.
The last name of the bloodline of Silverite shifters.
I actually would not know that.
Oh, well, now you do.
In my research, I did not find anything about Silverite shifters other than that they were linked to Espore.
Well, now you know. I mean, she's been calling you something that
Yeah,
sounds like a shifter last name.
I assumed.
We'll
But
say. I figured you made that connection, and
yeah,
now you can confirm it.
I don't want to hold up the rest of the group here, but we'll be here for 2 weeks, so I hope you wouldn't mind if I came back to chat.
I'll be here for the foreseeable future, and
Oh,
don't
we
worry, I've foreseen it.
Shandi, we are absolutely taking at least one, if not a couple days off from quests.
Yes,
to
we need more
do
days
things
for
around town.
fun and shopping and
Exactly.
Can't place you. No worries.
And what was the place she mentioned?
Clawglyph is what she said.
Okay.
I wonder if she can't place him because that's not what he looks like.
All right.
Cool.
All
Right
right,
now?
gang. Yeah, I think, I think we should go see Gilbert post haste.
I wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
I would love to see if Gilbert has any knowledge of what he saw.
He does seem to have something in mind, some sort of plan already.
Right, I mean,
Yeah,
he
I
made
think-
some comment about, like, oh, I saw this crown, and... No, I would love to know if he knows what that crown is.
I think so. I think that's important too. And also the spider webbings of gold. Yeah, let's go.
Right.
So are we 100% taking this one then?
I feel like we could still turn it down, right?
Yeah, I mean, you're
After we
not...
talk to him.
Unless you...
Let's not take it officially yet. Let's talk to him.
We'll gauge how annoying he's going to be.
How annoying is
Now,
it?
hold on.
And what his plan is.
We're going to see a rather wealthy man. Do we show up in full adventuring gear? Or do we get swagged out and go see him?
Well, if he's as rich as they say, we're never going to outswag him. And do we even want to be his definition of swag? And should we look the part of what we're being hired to do?
I think
Make a
put
good point.
yourself in the mind of a rich person. You want some fearsome people on your side. You don't want people that are all dressed up like you.
All right. Let's go.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right, you head on over to Revner Terrace, where Mr. Briartongue has rented out an entire block to live in. As you approach, there's a muscle-bound Goliath in black leather armor standing at the door, arms crossed. Says, "What do you want?"
We're here to see Gilbert Briartongue.
Why?
He posted with the Adventurers Guild. Here to inquire about the job.
Wait here. And he goes inside. Comes back out a second later and says, "I'll meet you at the restaurant down the road."
Which one?
And he points to a specific table at a sort of... Rebner Terrace is a bunch of terraces overlooking Storm Street. Points to a table at the edge of one of these like outdoor seating restaurant areas.
Great,
All
thanks.
right.
What's your name?
Oh, yep, okay.
Okay, bye. Talk to you later. This was fun.
Yeah, you make your way over, you sit down at the table. No one comes out to serve you food. They seem to understand what's going on. And you sit there, and 5 minutes pass, 10 minutes pass, 15 minutes pass.
Can we go?
Half an hour is now passed. You've just been sitting here at this table.
Let's go look for him.
We
Good,
probably
I don't
could have done as many jobs to make the same amount of money by now.
It's been a half an hour.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I say we give it an hour.
Yeah, if at 1 hour...
I'm being triggered from yesterday.
Investigation check.
For what?
I'm gonna look around
You're
where
like-
I am right now.
You're getting up, or you're just sort of looking around?
I think I'll stand up and walk around. I'm not gonna like
Cool.
wander anywhere I don't belong.
Cool.
But investigation check, looking for signs of Gilbert. 19.
19. No signs of Gilbert. No signs of foul play. Just a normal day in Rebner Terrace, as far as you can tell.
So I did a pretty thorough search, and there's really no sign of this man. Should we go talk to that fella again?
He was very talkative. We could get something out of
bodyguard?
him.
Should some of us stay behind just in case he does show up?
I'll talk to him.
I'll stay here if we see Gilbert.
Great, I'll go talk to the bodyguard.
All right, Tether and Everett walk up to the bodyguard, who's still standing there.
Hey, buddy. What's up? Do you want some water?
And he doesn't even look at you. He stares forward.
We're just waiting for Gilbert, and we were wondering if he had like a estimated time of arrival.
He told
He
you
was
where
around.
to wait. Told you where to wait.
How long though? Right.
What would you do if I tried to dive past you right now?
I'd kill you on the spot.
Do you think you could?
I do.
I'm gonna insight check to see how confident he is.
Okay.
I know it's gonna say he's 100% confident,
Yeah, make the check.
but it's fun, you know. 15.
He seems pretty confident in himself.
But you don't know what I could do. I could already be inside, and this could be an illusion.
All right, Tether. I don't think this guy's gonna help us very much.
No, he seems such a welcoming person.
We'll see you later, fella. I'm gonna head back
What-
to.
What's your favorite insect?
He continues to stare forward and not look at you.
So one time I was walking through a forest and I saw this blue beetle, and I just thought to myself, you don't see a lot of blue in nature. Why do you think that is? Well, if you look at evolution, however long they're waiting, I'm talking.
Cool. Yeah, he continues to stare forward, not giving you any reactions.
I return back to the group and I say, it looks like if we want to get in there to see if he's in there, it's going to require us to get up to some mischief.
Well, I don't think we need to see if he's in there. I say we wait.
Our grease woman though is currently engaged in conversation. So, I don't
Wait,
think that's-
what? What'd you just call?
Grease woman.
Is that...
Oh, what?
Grease man is the guy that like gets inside of a building, like the sneaky guy.
Face.
That's Una. Una's our grease woman.
No, we have somebody that can turn into a literal fly. That's our grease woman.
And
Last
I could
time we told-
literally turn invisible, come back in an hour, and you wouldn't know I was gone.
Last time we
I've
told
done
Una to do
that.
something sneakily, we forgot we did.
There could be two grease women. There could be two. We don't have to fight over the title.
Look at that.
All right,
Why
well,
are we putting women
Agree.
against each other, man?
do you want to go invisible and sneak in?
I'm not the grease. I'm not a
No.
grease man. I'm the face. All right.
I don't want to go looking for this guy
Oh,
at
Thanks and
all.
point.
At
I
this point,
say, if we were told to wait here, we wait here. I
If
just
he
don't
doesn't
know how
show
much
up?
longer.
If he doesn't show up, it's on him. Can we at least order some food? You know, like, can we? We're at a restaurant,
Yeah, if
right?
you'd
Can we
like
get?
to.
Like,
Yeah.
You could call somebody over.
hey, can I get a waiter over here if we're just chilling?
Yeah.
Yeah, waiter comes over, takes your orders. It's
Yeah, well, get something for the table. Get some fried
Get some
something
fries
we
for
can
the
all.
table.
Nachos.
Yeah.
fries
Excuse
and
me.
nachos for the table.
Monsieur waiter.
Yeah.
Mr. Waiter.
Is this table usually Gilbert's table?
Master Briarwood has reserved it during his stay, yes.
Briarwood?
Briar tongue.
Interesting. Interesting. All right. And he just sort of comes in and out whenever he pleases.
I don't know.
Okay.
Sorry, I just work here.
No, that's fine. I mean, I just ask. I just eat here, so it's all good. All right. Well, thanks for the food.
Get you some fries, nachos.
At this point,
Water.
as I'm talking, Tether's gonna do like a.
He sort of turns his eyes towards you. He says,
That's flinching.
"Don't do that.
That's flinching, if I've ever seen it.
Don't do that.
We have fun here. Don't do what?
That.
This?
I'll have you know that if I killed you in the street, I wouldn't go to jail for it."
I'm sure. You look like a very imposing guy. And you probably have connections.
Probably have connections.
What did
He
you say?
continues
I'm
to
sorry,
look
your
forward. He's just
Your
mumbling.
mic cut out.
He's just mumbling to himself.
All right. I'm just gonna do the eye. See if he's in there. Are we comfortable with that?
I mean, can they see the eye, or is the eye
No,
invisible?
No, it's visible.
Yeah, go for it.
Arcane eye. I'm gonna send it past our friend and see what I can see.
As it makes contact with the door, a loud alarm sound starts exploding out of the house. The guard draws his sword and pushes you backwards, Tether, and says, "I need you to step away from the building."
Is something wrong?
He just points at the alarm. He sticks his head and says, "Lock it down! Lock it down!" Closes the door behind him.
I'm sorry, I didn't know what that alarm meant. It could be a good alarm.
Please take a step away from the building. I'm not going to ask
I
you
Ever-
again.
did.
Everett, was that you?
I mean, it's gotta be, right?
Well, your spell ended, I assume.
No,
I
mean, your spell can't enter, but it's still up.
I'm gonna go look
It
at
hit
the
a
window
barrier and a large alarm started sounding.
Yeah, I'll like navigate it up around and like look and see if I can look in like a second floor window or something.
Yeah, make a perception check.
Come on, big money, no whammies. 14 plus 2 for Argonity, so 16.
You look at some windows and you see a bunch of guys dressed similar to the Goliath downstairs running around and like putting barricades up on windows inside.
Yeah, this guy seems to be pretty well defended. I think he's probably paid all these people to protect him from his fate already. Would be my guess.
Una, to everybody in their heads, goes, "Can we please all just sit down? We can decide on a time we will get up. I do not want any trouble.
I don't even want a beer. I'm just having fun.
I don't think these are the people we can afford to have fun around."
Alright. I sit. I'm gonna leave my eye up though.
Hey, friend, I just got called. They want me to sit down. I'm sorry. We can continue this another time.
No, we can't. He sort of jerks his head towards the table and points with his sword.
Yeah, we can. I can come tomorrow.
I wouldn't advise it.
Well, I wouldn't be a free, independent person if I took everyone's advice and not my own, you know?
Please leave.
Well, since you said please, I'll leave. This has been fun. Had a great time talking. Can't wait to do it again. My favorite insect is a scorpion so far, so maybe that'll help you mull yours over. And have a wonderful, pleasant day. Walk away.
And he returns to his duty.
Wait, you don't do high fives, right?
Not gonna respond to you.
I'm gonna take that as a no. See, I'm learning. Okay, bye-bye. I just made a very valuable ally. As she says as she sits down.
The alarm continues to go off for the next like 5-10 minutes before it shuts down. Everett, you see a lot more movement throughout the place. It seems they've searched the entire place, found nothing amiss, and decided to call off the alarm. At this point, your eye is probably done, because I don't think it lasts that long.
It's an hour.
Oh no, you got some more time on your eye then.
What if we try to scare him out?
If that didn't do it, I don't know what would.
No, I'm saying, what if we put like an image of like a mithril crown in there?
What if we set the building on fire and put the image of a shadowy figure in there? Let's just wait!
Yes, I think scaring him, if he came running out of his home fearing for his life, he wouldn't immediately sit down with a group of strangers at a restaurant table. He'd probably just run away.
He wouldn't be like, oh, by appointment. I'll get to that now.
All right. We'll see it.
It's rich people jerk you around because they think they're important. We remember when we had to do sign in, that one guy, like a dick.
Yeah,
He was such a dick that even the Jade Prince was like, this guy's a dick.
I remember. Dick.
All right, you wait for another 45 minutes. While things seem to calm down inside, and eventually a door closer to the restaurant opens, and a gaggle of like 8 muscle-bound, leather armor-wearing men, just walking in a clump, begin to walk towards your table.
I'm
Sorry,
assuming
we
that's
can't
him.
talk right now. We're waiting on someone.
They get up close to the table, and then you see a figure sort of squeeze between their legs, and sit in the remaining chair. He is a portly halfling with a severely styled mustache and coiffed silver hair. He says, "Do you know anything about what just happened to my villa?"
No.
Nope.
Can't say that I do.
It was shocking, though.
Yes, it was. But I am told you're here about my fortune problem.
Yes,
Yes.
we spoke with Lena.
So, you know what will happen to me then?
Wait,
We know what she says will happen to you.
yes, we know what her vision was.
You
course.
didn't figure out what it meant before you came to see me?
We
We'll need some information from you to figure that out, of course.
Ugh. What information do you require?
Well, you of course know the vision as well as we do.
Yes, I do.
Did any of the symbolism within it seem familiar to you?
Don't you think if it did, I would have
Familiar
put
with
that in
any-
the quest statement?
Well, we understand this is...
In everybody's
Right.
heads. In everybody's heads. The quest statement didn't say it. We have to discern any of it. I'm screaming.
Well, I mean, this is rather sensitive information. We figured you didn't want to mention anything of that sort if there were any bad actors involved.
Well, there's almost
Perhaps.
certainly bad actors involved.
Right, so you wouldn't want to mention anything like the crown
I
or
do
the
not
fire.
know about any of the things in the vision. I would like you to figure that out for me. I'm paying quite a hefty sum for this. That's
So
the
the
least
si-
I could expect.
So the symbolism of the crown means nothing to you?
But some call me the king of the hill thread byway, but there's no actual crown involved in that. Though if I wanted one, I'm sure I could have one.
King of the Hillthread Byway.
And what of this shadowy creature? Have you encountered any such creatures in your living life?
I have not encountered a single shadowy creature in the past 20 years of my life. And before that, it was simply a paramour sneaking up on me.
When you wrote down, then you and I shall venture forth to prevent it.
Yes.
Did you not have a destination in mind?
No, that's for you to figure out. If I knew the destination, I should have told you already.
How did you know that we?
These questions are beginning to waste my time.
Well, you kind of wasted our time by making us wait for a while.
I did no such thing. My life was in danger.
Well, that happened like a half an hour after we started waiting.
You've got quite the attitude, Plant. I don't like
Ew.
it.
What makes you?
I'm a fun guy too, as well.
What was it about? What was it about Leina's fortune that made you so nervous? Why do
My
you trust her?
skull? My skull upon a chair with a crown upon it. I do not wish to die anytime soon, if at all, if possible.
Maybe that symbolized you become a great king and your legacy would last.
I've no
for
interest in
lifetimes.
becoming a king.
I'm
You
just
did a
saying, how do you
moment-
know it was negative. You shouldn't look at the. You should look on the bright side most of the time.
Seeing my skull ripped from my body, there is no bright side to that. It sounds like you've no interest in helping me.
Well, sir, I tell you what, we'll look into the symbolism of the dream, see if we can track down any leads on a what was a platinum crown, a mithril crown, with gold webbing. See if we can find anything about that, and if we can, we'll of course pursue this with you, as you said in your write-up.
Very good.
But until then, thank you for the information. Thank you for taking the time today.
You're welcome. And please, teach your friends some manners. And then he slips back between his bodyguard's legs and they shuffle on back to the door. Go back inside.
I will. Don't worry. Absolutely not.
Closes.
All right.
I
do you
don't
guys think?
he'd
Worth it?
survive.
Is it worth following up on this, or we just leave this
a lot
one?
of money.
Not worth it.
It's so amorphous. It's so like we have to figure out this symbolism and then which is subjective and then
Lena,
stop
yeah.
like a subjective idea of what they could be interpreted as, and we have to have him with us the entire time.
I would give it like maybe we casually, as we're around, see if we can find any info. You know, if we come across
Yeah, how about if
platinum
people wanna take
mithril
initiative on their
crown
free time?
symbolism.
Yeah, exactly. If people want to take initiative on their free time and they find something good, cool.
Well-
Lena literally said, people who try to prevent it usually make it happen. I don't want to accompany this guy to his death and then have that weigh on us.
Well, that
We're gonna
could be
find
fun.
we're gonna find a mithril crown with gold webbing, bring
We
it
sure
to him, and
are.
give it to him, and it's gonna kill him.
Yeah,
Like,
well,
What if we made a mithril crown with gold webbing and smashed it in front of him?
And we said we did
would
it. We gave him
think.
money.
He would pay us, and then we leave town in a week. Not the most
That is-
honest thing, perhaps, but
no.
That is something. How about if we don't have anything by the last day, we do that. And then we leave.
I mean, it's not like we can make a real mithril crown, and if we had a mithril crown, we couldn't smash it because mithril's very difficult to break. But
well, why don't we move on for the day, and then if if anything comes to us, we try to fix it, and if not, well, who needs them?
Did I get the sense that he was trained in anything? Did he look like...
This looks like a guy who doesn't know how to handle himself in a fight, for sure.
that
Awesome.
man has a commoner stat block. You do 8 damage to him, he is cooked.
Guys, also, we're talking about this sitting at his personal table. Are we sure they're not listening to us right now?
Whatever.
It could be, but we're not out to hurt the guy. We're out to figure out what he wants. Also, if we did convince him that we had destroyed the crown, he wouldn't go seeking it. And
that could
following what
actually-
Lena told us means he might be good.
Yeah. If he is listening, I just want to say he's very annoying and very unsightly looking. And
Stop it.
honestly, thought he smelled really bad.
Ugh.
Like he did a big fart and like.
Heather, you
something.
suck at this.
Like he farted real bad. Like.
All right,
shit.
all right.
Okay.
Well,
Like we. Can
let's
only-
move on to the next quest.
Okay.
Una whispers, let the record show that Tether's thoughts do not speak for the whole group. We may not agree with your lifestyle, but we respect you. Bye.
Let's go see a basement about some bumps.
Basement bumps.
Are we jumping from A down to B, or are we going to do test subjects?
I wouldn't be opposed to test subjects if we are
Yes.
if gold was the aim for today.
Test subjects couldn't hurt.
Alright, test subjects it is.
All right, you're heading on over to the IMIVAB.
What does that stand for?
The Institute of Magitechnical Itemery. Ooh, and its various applications and boons. I got it.
All right.
Yeah, you head on over to the IMIVAB. You're allowed in pretty quickly. You see a lot of people in here dressed in either white lab coats or very sturdy steel plate armor with like welding helmets. Sort of going around. You seek out the quest applicant, Golroar the Unnamed. And you are led down a series of corridors lit by sapphire light, which gives it this white stone corridors with sapphire light. It's a very strange visual experience until you find your way into a small office where a plaque reads Golroar the Unnamed over the door.
This looks like a place.
Yeah, as you are led inside, you see a figure, a scrawny-looking minotaur, which is to say, huge in comparison to all of you guys, standing over a table. He's wearing an ill-fitting lab coat and has various writing implements strung between wires that connect his horns. And he's writing something on the desk, and he turns to you and he says, "What can I help you with?"
You were seeking test subjects from the Adventurers Guild?
Yes. Do you think you are sturdy?
Yes.
You can be the judge of that.
Usually.
My friend here knows how to take a few hits, pointing to
You can
Sean.
punch me right now.
I would prefer if you did not die during these tests.
Deal.
We would also prefer that.
Yes, the paperwork is astronomical.
If you had a handful of us do the tests, I could we have a couple of us with healing who could pop them back up if they were to fall unconscious.
That would be helpful. Great. Just taking some notes.
Sturdy, can take a beating, or can also just get out of harm's way.
Yes.
Got it.
How familiar are you with Magitech?
We live in this country.
Yeah, we're up at Kalshar. There's a handful of things around the city.
Culture.
Shandi enrolled in the Magitech elective,
I
right?
believe he did.
Yes, that's somewhat familiar. Still learning, but
I've worked a Magitech machine.
That will be helpful.
Not
What
very
we
combat-y,
What
but-
we are attempting to test is a new invention, the Talpegi, translucent aura layer pursuing elimination of gray blight inundation. As I'm sure you're aware, the Order has a ritual method of protecting themselves from the gray blight during their forays, but it is time-consuming and expensive. We have tried to use some of their technology to create something more accessible to the common man, so that the gray blight is no longer a problem that is expensive or off-putting. And
So
we
we'll
need
be
you-
exposed to the Grey Blight?
No. You would definitely die were we to do that, and also bringing the Grey Blight into the city is something that we do not have the proper permits for. We will be testing the sturdiness of the Talpegi through various other methods that will require you to be quite sturdy. 3 tests.
Okay.
I'm gonna sit this one out, if that's okay. Will that mean that we make less money?
It will make it more difficult for your companions, but you're welcome to do this.
Oh, okay, then I'll join.
Right. Well, I'll need you all to sign a waiver. And he hands out a bunch of clipboards to you all.
Do we need to hire a
Investigation check.
lawyer?
Uh,
Guidance.
You don't need to hire a lawyer.
Insight
Investigation.
check.
You can both go ahead and make him.
Nine.
21.
He definitely doesn't want you to hire a lawyer.
Oh, you're right. We shouldn't hire a lawyer. Because we already have one. I'll call him over.
I
look-
truly
look-
do not need to do that.
Well, you should. Don't you agree? You should always have a professional read through something before you sign.
It's quite a simple waiver.
What? Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Is it a pack?
Yeah, you read through. It's basically just saying that if you die during this test, your family will not press charges against the IMIVAB.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're the only family we have is each other. Actually, wait, no, that's not true.
It's true for some of us. Actually, it's true for I think all of us but Una.
No. You have family, Septon. You're
Yeah.
just not gonna press charges.
They're not gonna know.
And
They probably think I'm
Shandi
dead.
technically has family. Legally,
I don't think those charges will be impressed either.
legally speaking, Shandi has a guardian. Yeah. So
Alright.
Alright. Fair enough.
right. Well, here you are. I would recommend you do not wear any clothes that you would worry about being ruined. For this.
That's okay. Nude is fine.
No, please do wear clothes. You'll need clothes, but if you have fine clothes, perhaps do not use them in this, because they may be damaged.
What about armor?
Armor, you might need armor.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Okay, so yeah, we'll wear armor.
No, but if you have jewelry or a nice shirt or something along those lines.
Like a belt you really care about?
Yes.
Could you give me 15 minutes?
I very clearly said I'm not wearing my nice clothes.
Yeah, he's just giving you all the disclaimers.
How long would it take for you to run back to our rooms and change out of my fancy clothes?
Like half an hour.
I'm gonna do the same.
Oh, well, I suppose it'll take some time to set up the device, and we can start by fitting the three of you.
What are the rules on like magical resistances and buffs and such?
You can use whatever you use as normal. We will not be testing the efficacy. It's meant to keep the gray blight off of you, so we will be testing if it can do that.
I have a question. What exactly is the Gray Blight, and what does it do to you?
I suppose you are from the Adventurers Guild. You're not from around here. The gray blight is an unfortunate substance that kills you and creates gray beasts from your rotted corpse.
Okay, what's the incubation period on that?
We're not sure.
Septum.
And
No, this isn't Septim, this is Peter.
Oh.
Every time I talk to Blake about like a magical fantasy series, he's like, I hate zombification and body horror.
Except
and then every time I play,
that's not what it is, Peter, because you haven't fucking heard what it is yet. I gave you a sentence description.
Different.
I gave you a sentence description. You didn't ask any questions. You jumped to an assumption, Peter. Maybe ask some more fucking questions. Because it's not what that is.
Didn't you just say it turns you into like a beast?
No, he didn't say that.
No.
He says it
Monsters are
creates
born
monsters from your
Monsters are
rotting flesh.
born from your rotting flesh. Okay. I suppose it's different.
It's more nuanced.
It's entirely
Carry on.
different. You aren't the thing.
It's like
Carry
how
on.
eggs and corpses,
Yeah, it's more
and
like
then
that.
the eggs hatch and eat the corpse.
could I ask what
You're not here. You left to change, didn't you?
Oh, I returned.
This-
Here I am. I have returned.
You can ask your questions when your character's back. But right now, you and John D have left. But he is going to start fitting you all with a copper harness. So it goes around your torso, with a glowing sapphire in the chest. And when he turns the sapphire, you feel sort of like a weird sensation as energy bursts out over your body. He says, I don't know if you're familiar with the Knights League at all, being out
Little
of
bit.
town. But
We've watched a game or two.
the technology that they use to make their swords non-lethal, with a slight barrier of magical force around it, we're trying to repurpose it to prevent anything from touching the body. Unfortunately, we cannot cover your head, because you would not be able to breathe. So, one of our tests will have to do with the leakage around the neck area. But I'm sure you'll find as you reach out to touch things that you cannot feel what they feel like because of the thin barrier of force between your body and everything else. But we'll turn it off for now because it has a small battery life. Sapphires do run out rather quickly. Lot of power to keep this on top of you for any given time. Right. Alright, so by the time he finishes fitting all of you, the two of you come back.
So
How many-
question. Oh,
How many rounds of this are we doing?
3 tests.
3 tests.
One for leakage, one for durability, and one for combat readiness.
do we get to know ahead of time what sort of tests the thing will be put under? As in, like, is there?
Yes,
some
one for leakage, one for durability, and one for combat readiness.
No, I'm talking about the method of the test, right? Like, are we being stabbed with something? Or
Yes,
is it
drowning, burning slime.
Oh, excellent.
If we
Good to
did
know.
this tomorrow, I could have us all breathing underwater.
Oh, that would have been nice.
Next time when you put a thing up on the Adventuring Guild, you should really like lay out the methodology.
It's my first time working with the Adventurers Guild. I didn't want to overwhelm people.
Well, the part of it is the process, you know? So you want people who think they can handle it.
Guys, assuming we're doing this today and we're gonna get through it. Is this all we're doing? Like after this, are we? Sorry, sir. This is what we're doing. This is our main thing for today. We're not gonna try to go do another quest afterwards.
Chill. Like, if people want to go look onto some Fate stuff, they can.
Right. I'm just trying to see how much spells I should. I can do a lot of buffing here, but we got to be like all on the same page.
This should be it for today.
Okay, yeah, we'll take a relaxed day after this.
And do the 2 A's.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so you said we're drowning. We're being set on fire.
Well, not on fire. We'll get to it when we get to it. Are we all ready for the first test?
Let's go.
Which one's the first test?
Drowning.
Leakage.
Okay, real quick. May we take a moment?
Well, it's a few corridors down, so do what you need to do on the way.
Okay. As we walk, Septon's gonna turn to everybody and give them tips and suggestions. Una with the, you're not used to wearing armor this heavy. Move this way and such. Tether, I know you can take a beating. One of us, you and I, has to stay up. Everett, I know you're not usually one for taking a beating. If all goes south, get yourself out of there. Blink out, stay alive.
Everett's gonna take out the Shard of Alaris and
Shandi,
concentrate on it. And he's
Shandi, nobody knows how to take a hit like you.
I'll do what I do best.
He's gonna drop all of his inspiration.
Damn, okay.
Which I will remind you, with a reaction, can be added to AC. Although the wording is very strange, because it says a creature can use their reaction to roll it and add the number to its AC against an attack after seeing the roll, but before knowing if it hits or misses.
But if
you know your own AC, you would immediately know if it hits or misses.
Yeah, that's true.
Very, very strange wording, wizards. Please fix in next edition.
They might have eroded that out already, honestly.
Everett's going to cast Mage Armor on himself.
Cool.
And then he's going to pull out the Shard of Alaris and focus on burning fire damage, and become invulnerable to it.
Cool.
Before we walk in, Tether's just gonna do your symbiotic entity, just in case.
Septon is
okay. Go for it. Yeah.
Septon is also going to. Hang on, can I do this? That's 1 for him. Septon is going to cast. It's the stupidest cast I've ever done. I'm going to cast Enhance Ability at 5th level. Which means for an hour, everyone has advantage on Constitution checks and has 9 temp HP.
Nice.
That doesn't stack with me, right?
No, we don't. You cannot have more than 1.
Yeah.
Were you about to buff all
did.
of us higher?
No, this
No, I
symbiotic
already-
entity.
Yeah, on myself.
Oh, well then I can not cast it on you if you'd like.
I mean, I'd like the Constitution stuff.
Septon would
can't
ask
take
before
both.
cast.
Like, that would replace your symbiotic entity's temp hit points, because of the way temp
Well,
hit
I
points
said I was gonna do it right before we walked in.
I mean, I can not cast it on you and cast it at 1 level lower.
Yeah, do that. It's fine.
Okay. Then the rest of you have the temp HP and the 9 temp HP and advantage on con saves.
Cool. Alright, the door opens and you find yourself on a series of grates surrounding a large pool of water. It seems as though some force is propelling the water upwards towards the surface, so it's creating a lot of bubbles. And you see a series of glowing somethings. You can't really make it out through the way the water is bubbling at the bottom of this pool.
I will say real quick, I was wrong. I will still cast it at the highest level. I'll just also cast it on myself.
Cool.
Also, never mind. I was about to say, maybe I just don't do Symbiotic Entity, but don't cast it on myself.
Okay.
Don't cast it on me. Put it on you still.
Okay, I'll put it on the 4 of us then.
Yeah.
Cool. Your Minotaur companion says to you, what I'll need you to do for this test is to swim down to the bottom of this pool and collect one of those light sticks each. And then we will test to see the leakage on your gear. Eh?
Simple enough.
And we can
Simple enough.
And we can do anything in our ability to pass these tests.
So long as it doesn't interfere with the harness, with the Talpegi. Yes.
So what if technically it was on me, but I was something else?
Are you asking him this?
Yeah.
Would the Talpegi still be on you and functioning?
What if I was a fish, but it was... No, never mind.
Oh, all right. Well, there's no time limit to this, so have at it.
How far down is it again?
You don't know. You can't tell with the jets bursting upwards.
We be diving.
Make a perception check to try to gauge the distance, but it will be a disadvantage because of the water conditions.
Uh-huh. Dirty 20.
Yeah, it's probably like 40 feet down.
Yikes.
Deep.
Okay.
Alright. Septil will take a big deep breath and jump in.
All right. Sploosh. As you get in, you see that the jets are pushing upwards in your direction, making it like you immediately float to the surface unless you're trying to actively swim downwards.
Yeah, I'll swim down.
Athletics check.
27.
All right. Cool. You begin making your way down there. What's your Constitution modifier?
Modifier is +2.
All right, so you can hold your breath for 3 minutes. Which is crazy.
3 minutes is beyond, fun fact, beyond the human ability for air. I think after 2 minutes with no oxygen, the brain starts to deteriorate.
Yeah, it's fine. Tom Cruise can hold his breath for like fucking 15 minutes.
Everett,
And the brain deteriorates.
Tether
Okay.
casts Conjure Animals and summons 2 giant octopuses.
Okay. 2 octopuses appear.
Anyone who wants to, grab on!
I'm a grab on.
Okay.
I think I've got a plan of my own.
Everett?
Can I also get onto an octopus?
Oh yeah, there's 2 octopuses.
Yeah.
Each of them have 8 tentacles. Like,
Yeah,
Great, I
they're
grab-
challenge rating of
I grab
1, so
onto
could
an
challenge-
octopus.
so I could do 2.
they grab the 3 of you, and I assume they're swimming you down to the bottom.
Yeah, I was just gonna be like, hey, could you grab the 3 of us, swim us to the bottom, let go of us so we each can grab one of the, or actually, you don't even have to let go. We're each gonna grab one of the glowy things, and then you swim us back up.
Cool. What's everybody's con modifier?
-1.
All right, Una can hold her breath for 30 seconds before she begins to drown.
Holy shit.
Una gets her own, and
Oh wait,
I'm just
no,
gonna tell
wait,
you-
sorry. No. Con, I'm so sorry. It's 1.
Oh, you got a minute.
My athletics is -1.
Cool.
Same.
You got a minute. What about you, Everett? Your con modifier?
Con mod or saving throw? Just mod.
Mod.
+2.
Oh yeah, you can hold your breath for 3 minutes. And Tether, I know yours is high, so you've got several minutes.
My con is 1.
Oh, 2 minutes. No, 1 minute. Sorry, 1 minute.
Yeah.
Or 2 minutes.
I took the tough feed. That's why I have that.
Right.
Your con mod is 1, right? Not your con score is 1.
Con score is 1. I don't think you're fit to live.
You're in a wheelchair. You're not adventuring.
Not even that. You're incapable of breath. I
I have
think.
paper skin and glass bones.
All right, so the octopus begins swimming you guys down. Since they have a swim speed, I'm not going to require an athletics check. They can just get down there. What's their swim speed, though?
Giant octopus 5e.
Septon just sees 2 giant octopi.
So you start swimming your way down, and 2 octopus go down with your friends in tow.
They have a swim speed of 60.
Cool. Yeah, they get you down there 6 seconds. Except that it takes you a couple rounds to get down there. I'll say it takes you 2 rounds to get down there. So you're significantly slower than these octopus. Shandi, what are you doing?
Shandi is going to jump in the water, look down, and Sheko 30 feet below him, and then swap places with Sheko.
All right. As you all, the 2 of you, the 4 of you reach the bottom very quickly. Septon is still sort of struggling his way on down. And there's a bunch of just like glowing rings down here at the bottom of the.
Struggling.
What?
Struggling. I rolled a 27.
We're going. You're going, but it's taking you time on account of your swimming, and they didn't. There's just a bunch of glowing rings down here.
I'll grab one.
All right. Assume you all each grab one, and then make your way back up to the surface, one and all. And that is a much quicker route for all of you as the jets sort of propel you upwards to the surface, and you all come up with a ring. Ropes.
I'm gonna ask.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm just gonna ask Liliana if she could go back down and shadow Septon as he goes down, as he does it.
Aww.
Yeah, sure.
Don't say shadow Septon. It's bad luck. It's bad luck to say shadow Septon.
Pretty sure it's only if you say it 3 times in a row.
Uh-oh.
Well, just did. Yeah. So you all get your rings. Septon makes it up. You're all good. You have your rings. Ropes are lowered down to allow you up and out. And Golroar comes over and says, "All right, now stand perfectly still." As he takes like a little eyepiece out from the string across his horns and starts to examine all of you and sort of like prod at your neck area. Say, "Do any of you feel wet? Any leakage going on?"
Roll for feeling wet.
Roll for feeling wet, guys.
Fun fact: human beings don't have a feeling of wetness. Many animals do, but we don't. What we're perceiving is the change in texture and temperature.
Is that not just feeling wetness, though? Texture and temperature?
Apparently, some animals actually have a separate sense for wetness.
Like a humidity gauge or something.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Are we looking for high or low for feeling wetness?
Call
I rolled
it
a 2.
2.
What are we rolling?
You've got some leakage going on.
Rolling.
It's a Phoenix roll. Who cares? I don't know, man.
2?
Yeah.
9.
You got some leakage as well.
12.
No leakage. Yes, leakage. And you got something teen. No leakage. And he's like, you went down a lot faster than I thought, so perhaps it was the force for that. Good to know. All right. Thank you. On to the next test.
Alright, guys, the next test is fire. It'll dry us off very quickly.
And he leads you down another set of corridors until you come to a very bare room with just a bunch of dural stone all over the place. You do see runes carved into the walls. You do see some blast shadows on the side of the wall here, though. Look to be objects, not people, but blast shadows nonetheless. So I'll ask you to stand in this room and endure the heat. Huh?
For how long?
Huh? What? Sorry, I can't hear you. And closes the door.
All right.
You all sort of just stand there before you see the runes begin to sort of glow a dull orangey red. This song that we're listening to right now is called The Pyre, so that's interesting. And it begins to warm up in here. You feel as at least the moisture from your face begins to dissolve. What's the word? Evaporate. There we go. I don't know. I can't remember words anymore, man. Like, I don't know if it's getting older or if it's long COVID, but sometimes words, they just don't come to my brain anymore.
Is this a sauna episode?
It's beginning to feel sauna-like, yes.
Oh, wow.
And then it progresses past sauna-like into uncomfortably warm. I need everybody to make a Constitution saving throw for me.
At advantage.
At advantage.
Nat 20.
How long does that last, actually?
An hour? You certainly haven't lasted.
Yeah, one hour.
Been an hour
6.
yet.
You know, worst case scenario, I could just drop Tiny Hut, and we'd be fine.
True.
But the materials wouldn't be tested now, would
That's true.
they?
That is true.
I don't have advantage.
You don't.
But I do have the spell Absorb Elements. Would that help me?
You won't be
If I'm
taking
taking
burning damage from this. If you take burning damage, you can cast Absorb Elements. 'Cause it's a
Okay, cool.
reaction, I believe.
Yeah. Okay. So con. you said?
25.
Just con.
16.
6.
6 with advantage?
6 with advantage.
5.
Buddy.
5? Okay, the two you see as
I didn't have advantage.
I know. You all start to feel very uncomfortable. The three of you you're good. It's not pleasant, but you're making it through. Sept and Tether, you both take a level of exhaustion as this heat begins to beat down on you. The heat increases.
Where do I mark that on my character sheet?
I have no idea.
Well, no idea.
Great question.
You can make a little one of those.
Oh, there is an exhaustion. There is an exhaustion
There we
tab
go.
on attributes.
There we go.
Wait,
Give
why does
yourself a
my
level
character
of
sheet say Tether's size is gargantuan?
You probably
You
wild
probably-
shaped at some point.
It might be that, but my guess is you accidentally changed it to that one time and forgot.
It's canon.
Tether went big mode.
Or someone else who has modified character sheets did it.
Yeah, that's also a possibility. All right, the heat continues. I need everybody to make another Constitution saving throw for me.
13.
Okay,
Nat 20.
nice.
Nice.
14.
Would you believe it? Another
14.
25.
I would believe that.
Nice.
All right, what'd you get, Shandi?
14.
Okay, Shandi, Una, and Septon take a level of exhaustion as the heat becomes too much, and one final and one final Constitution saving throw.
Oh, what's the level? What's the levels of exhaustion when you just die?
It's like 6.
Are these all at
17.
advantage or no?
Yep.
Unless something breaks my concentration.
You haven't taken
17.
damage, so no.
21.
15.
17.
Septon, you take one final level of exhaustion.
Oh!
As they reaches a max and then calms down.
You gotta read what this does.
Yeah, you're not in a good place right now.
I don't actually remember what 3 levels of exhaustion does, because it has specific
It does, yeah.
effects.
Where were you seeing exhaustion levels on here?
Attributes all the way on the right, near like death saves and inspiration.
Aha.
Alright, so 1 level of exhaustion gives you disadvantage on ability checks. 2
Okay.
levels of exhaustion gives you half speed, in addition to a disadvantage on ability checks. And 3 levels of exhaustion gives you disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throw, in addition to the other 2.
Yeah, this is all we're doing today.
Yep.
Would lesser
Except we got one more
restoration do
test.
something?
I think it says if it does...
No, it wouldn't.
Okay.
I was just hoping you would let me do it.
Yeah, I think Lesser Restoration specifically does say.
Yeah, it says poison, paralyzed, stunned, stuff like that.
Well, on the bright side, the last test he had was combat, so...
What could go wrong?
Well, I mean, my constitution saves are just normal.
Yeah.
Because I've got one one up, one
You
down.
need
there.
greater restoration for exhaustion reduction.
Yeah, I don't have that.
Or napping, I believe.
Sleeping for 8 hours reduces a level each time you sleep.
Alright. We'll be fine.
You're fine.
fine.
All right. So he
We're gonna
comes.
take our first break day tomorrow.
He comes through and he checks all of you. He checks the durability of mostly the sapphire, and it looks like it's degraded a little bit in the heat. So he takes some notes on that. He says, "All right, on to the final test." And he leads you down a hallway to one final corridor. To one final chamber. It looks like part of the chamber seems to be an observation area, and it looks out into a large white room with several contraptions in it. They seem to be made out of porcelain with garnets attached all over them with runes circling the thing. And he says, once I close this door, slimes will begin to come out of each of those things. You must defeat the slimes, but they won't stop coming until you turn off each of the devices. Does that make sense?
Turn off
This seems like a weird.
How do we turn off the devices?
They have knobs and buttons.
So, is our goal to get to the devices?
Yes, well, my goal is to see if the ooze permeates the armor. And the more oozes you fight, the better. So we're just gonna turn it on, and you gotta fight through them and turn it off, so we can test that.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You don't seem very enthused.
I'm excited.
I mean,
I'm in a bad way.
I don't think we've ever fought slime before, so I think we're just preparing for.
Well,
anything.
they're interesting creatures. Fascinating creatures, really.
Oh, tell me all about them.
Do you want me to?
Yes.
Well, some say.
Maybe when we're done, you two can talk slime.
Ah, yes, good idea.
I was gonna give you 30 minutes to close your eyes.
I don't think that'll do it.
Wouldn't help. All right, well, enter.
Then
I'm gonna just say under my breath. Should I just dimension door over to that and turn it off?
Well, there's 5 devices.
Should I just bounce over to the first one and get it started, or?
Can't hurt.
All right.
The door closes. He says, "All right, the test begins in 3, 2, 1!" And he pulls a lever, and as he does so, you hear this like gurgling sound as a bunch of ooze just begins coming up out of all of the devices. I'm gonna put you on the battle map. We're gonna roll initiative.
Oh man, look at those guys.
Fortnite battle map.
And if you guys want to put yourself in the center of the room here. There we go.
Oh, I guess Argonetti didn't come in. We haven't talked about Argonetti. So.
No, Argonetti didn't. They're not interested in the effects of statue.
Wow.
Come on there. Why do I have the effect dead on my character sheet?
Dead.
I'm gonna delete that.
I don't
There you
know why.
I can just add effects to my character sheet.
Good.
That.
No, I can.
Alright, we're rolling some initiative here. Some of these fucking names, man.
Perky gray ooze.
Which one? The ditzy one?
The perky
my
gray
favorite.
ooze is the one that I was.
Is initiative a check? I have disadvantage on initiative. Right?
It's an ability check, yeah.
Okay, so I have disadvantage.
Oh, don't we?
Oh,
all?
I would have had disadvantage then too.
If we have a level of exhaustion, a 1.
It's fine. I'm not worried. I'm not really all that worried about it. Just
Rules.
remember that for the next time. All right, let me change the music, and then we're good to go.
How did I roll a 6 and there's 3 oozes after me?
They're oozes.
Yeah.
Dexterity is not their strong suit. No,
Maybe
this is
oozing.
wrong. Fight, that's the one. Circus of Freaks, that seems fitting. All right, we begin with Sean D.
Okay. Surprising absolutely everybody with this bold and new direction for Shandi. I'm going to call out Sheko.
All right.
Aww.
Right there. And then I am going to use half me movement speed
Movement speed.
to warp with Sheko, swap with Sheko,
Cool.
and then I'm going to use the rest of my movement to close in on this. Is here where I'd be able to interact with the machine?
You could. The ooze is actively on it right now.
Okay.
Might get an attack of opportunity should you try to activate the thing underneath it. But you could do that. Take sleeping off of yourself. I guess
It's
that's
big sleepy. It's the big sleepy temporary effect.
Um,
I mean, I can add effects to myself. It's very useful.
in that case, I will attack Mr. Ooze.
Mr. Friendly Ochre Jelly.
Friendly ochre jelly, yeah.
Cool.
Ivan Ooze, as I'll call him.
All right.
11 to hit.
11 to hit. 11 will hit.
Okay. And 11 piercing damage.
All right. It takes 11 points of piercing damage, and as it does so, piercing damage, you say.
Yes.
As it does so, I'll call your attention to the fact that there's a little message over it that says injured now. So you guys can, I hope you can see that. You can mouse over the guys and it'll tell you how hurt they are.
That's really
Oh,
cool.
It's so small.
It's a little small. It's a, sorry. I don't know. I
No,
don't know how to,
I'm
I don't know how to
always
change
so
that.
zoomed out.
But, so, hopefully that's helpful for you. All right.
That is. Thank you.
Anything else?
Second attack.
Cool.
21 to hit.
21 hits.
And 10 more piercing damage.
All right, 10 more piercing damage.
And that will be it to me.
All right, as you slash into it twice, pierce into it twice, the jelly, and it starts to lose some of its form a little bit. All right, Una, you're up.
Find out if these things have brains.
Huh?
Let's find out if these things have brains.
Yeah.
The one that Shandi's at, I'm gonna throw a dagger. A psyche
Cool.
one. 21 to hit.
21 will hit.
With Shandi there, do I get sneak?
You do.
Cool. Hold on.
Can't believe you guys went for the friendly one first. You didn't know who's going to attack you, bastards.
Well, that's
I just
a lot of
hate slimes.
You slime them out.
fucking ooze.
Yeah. He's getting slimed out.
I'll slime him out. I'll slime him out.
Plus, 20 points of psychic damage.
20 points of psychic damage, with which it inexplicably takes.
All right, good to know.
It's not looking so good.
Then I'll shoot it again.
Cool.
Give it a pew. Pew. 18.
18
to
hits.
hit. And get out my D4 that I never have on hand. 8 more points.
It dissipates.
May. Cool.
Cool. Anything else from you?
That's it.
All right, Everett, you are up.
Everett's gonna run over here and blast him.
Blast him!
He pulls out his pen and glork and he throws it into the ground. Get slimed! And I need you to make a con save.
For which one?
Destructive wave.
What's the radius?
30 feet from me, my body.
Okay, so all of them except the perky gray ooze
Yeah.
will make the what, con save?
Yes.
Okay, we'll start with the corny gelatinous cube. Let me make sure it doesn't have any features. No.
Besides being sexy.
That's a 7. So I assume that's a fail. The ditzy ochre jelly gets a 13.
Fail.
And the sly gray ooze, gets a 22.
22 is successful, so it will take half of this.
Cool.
I guess a slime can't really be prone, so it's not going to be prone.
Yes.
But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is thunder damage coming at you. 15.
Thunder damage, you say.
3, 4, 5. This is radiant damage coming at you.
1 second. 15 thunder.
And 15 radiant. So 30
right.
total, but 15 if you're half. And then if they have any resistances.
Explodes outward. The gelatinous cube and the ochre jelly seem pretty damaged from that. The gray ooze just flies against the side of the wall and ceases to exist.
All right. Do I have any movement left? Let me just quick check here. That's 5. That's 20. I'm gonna move 1 square closer to this yellow situation over here.
Cool.
And that's my turn.
All right, Septon, you're up.
This might not work, but Septon's fucking beat. So he's gonna not think it through super clearly. He's gonna play the Pipes of Haunting. They would have to make a wisdom save.
None of
Can
them
they
make a
hear?
wisdom save.
Yeah, so they can't quite hear.
You play the Pipes of Haunting and nothing seems to happen.
All right then.
Anything else from you?
Oh god. Frightening amount of my spells involve them having to hear me. No, I don't think I can do anything else right now on a bonus action. Because I'm out of inspiration. Everyone remember you have it.
How long does inspiration last?
Ooh, that's true.
Pretty
Is it
sure.
only
Pretty
10
sure
minutes?
A minute.
A minute? Okay.
That's what I look it up, but that's what I think it is.
Yeah, I'll take a look. But if not, that is the end of my turn.
All right, Tether, you're up.
My turn to fuck shit up. I'm gonna walk up to. I'm going
Electric
to symbiotic
Avenue.
entity, and I'm gonna shillelagh. And that, my friend, is my turn.
Okay, woo! All right, the ditzy ochre jelly is going to take its turn, and it is going to move a dizzying. Oh no, sorry. 5, 10 feet. That's not true. It's going to dash up to Everett. That's all it can do, though. The gray ooze is going to move 5, 10 feet and get up to Una and attack you, Una, with its pseudopod. All right. That is an 18 to hit you. Does that hit you, Una? I can't hear you.
You're muted.
Yeah, it hits.
Okay.
Sorry.
You're good.
Apparently, you can't just hit the little mute icon in Discord. Like the little one that's in your
Oh,
frame.
really?
You have to go all
Yeah,
the
but
way.
that would like make you full screen if you clicked on it.
It sure did. Yes, it hits me.
All right, you're going to take 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Cool.
But you get the sense that you are protected from the acid of the perky gray ooze because of your Telpegi.
Friends, I feel protected.
The
This Telpegi couldn't peg me.
got him.
Ooh.
All right, the corny gelatinous cube is beginning its turn. Okay, the corny gelatinous cube is going to move here.
Tell a joke.
Tether, please make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Do you want me to make a dexterity saving throw?
I do want you to make a dexterity saving throw, yeah.
Are you sure you just don't want me to succeed?
I want you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Fine, that was a nat 1.
Nat 1, it engulfs you. You are now stuck inside of it.
Well, could it have made a con save before?
I gave you an opportunity to say something, and you didn't say anything. So no, you'll have to wait.
That's unfair.
That's
Wow.
unfair? I said it's
I was
beginning its
kidding.
turn.
I was kidding. I don't.
Nah, we're
mind.
fucking enemies. Alright, you are now inside this creature, and since
Good,
the
that's what I wanted to
Talpegi
be.
the Talpegi does not cover your face, you are still gonna take the acid damage from being entirely engulfed by the thing.
Absorbed element.
Oh, good
You
plan.
better tell Peggy that cube.
Okay. You are going to take 11 points of acid damage. But
Have to.
are you absorbing the elements, or are you?
Yeah.
Okay. So you take half of that, which is half to 5. And your next attack
Cool.
can deal acid damage, I believe.
Yeah.
So that's 5 feet that it moved. 5, 10, 15. Septon, I need you to do the same thing. Please make a dexterity saving throw.
At disadvantage.
At disadvantage, yes.
That is a 12.
12 is just barely enough. You are pushed back 5 feet. Yeah, we'll do this. As it bumps into you. But you are not absorbed by it. All right, Shandi, you are up.
I pressed a button.
Bonus action, press the button. That one is not... Oh, sorry. Yeah, actually. Thank you for... You do that. It is no longer active.
Okay.
Anything else?
Can I hurt the cube without stabbing tether in there?
You're not sure.
Go for the button. I'm fine.
Okay. I will... I guess I'll move towards this other machine.
Cool.
And then I will send Sheko, who I don't have control of.
You really should, though.
Are these?
Oh, no, you do. He was just not in free movement. Go ahead and try it.
Are these sinks, bathtubs, and toilets?
No.
The top corners are sinks, the middle one's a bathtub, the bottom two are toilets.
What are you talking about, man?
I think I might be seeing.
You got us flexing up in here?
What are you
I guess Septon just really tired.
I'm gonna have Sheko attack the,
As Sheko moves away, he is going to take an attack of opportunity from the corny gelatinous cube.
Yeah, good luck hitting Sheko.
He's gonna need it. His to hit isn't good. Oh, but he rolled a natural 19, so that's a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that will hit Sheko, actually.
Sheko goes to the fucking bone zone.
Um,
Alright, anything else from you?
Could I prepare an action to attack an ooze that comes out of the machine I'm next to?
Yes.
Okay, I'll do that then.
Alright. Una, you're up.
So, hold on. Who press a button is a bonus action?
You
Can
could
I
also
choose to
use
make
an action if you'd like.
Action. Okay. Because I would like to nothing personnel kid teleport to the bathtub.
Okay. Go for it.
Please. All right.
Yes, you are able.
Well, I do have to make sure that my die sends me far enough. Yes, it does.
Okay.
That would be really like
That'd
it's
be
really
funny.
cool unless you roll a 1 on
You're
that
like,
D8.
Shit.
Yeah. So I am pressing that button.
Alright, you press the button.
What?
Hmm?
Sorry, no, I was just... I moused over the gelatinous cube and saw a little tiny tether at the bottom of it and got confused for a second.
I see that too, yeah.
If you click on her, it'll bring her to the top. That's what that means.
Okay.
Oh, cute.
Means they're sharing a space. Okay, cool. So you deactivate the bathtub. Anything else from you?
That's it.
All right, and not a second too soon because at initiative 20, more oozes spawn. Let me pull them out. Let's see what names they get. We got one ochre jelly. I don't know. I can't read that. Tell me. And
Hot.
Could we get little, I don't know, decals for which ones are turned off?
Yes.
You know, if you're not doing anything.
If I'm not doing anything else, yeah, don't worry about it. I'll do this. Oh, not that. Why is it white? Okay, whatever. I'm gonna put a little X over it. You see that? Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know why it's white, and I don't know how to change it. So we're gonna live with that.
I think you can possibly select it.
Yeah.
With left click, but it's okay.
That feels like a lot of work.
We-
All
it's-
right. The manic gray ooze, the conniving gray ooze, and the hot ochre jelly appear. Everett, it's your turn.
That hot ochre jelly is about to get real hot because I'm blasting them. I'm gonna fireball both the ochre jellies.
Okay. It's a con save, right? Or a dex save. Oh, they're good at those.
Fireball is a dexterity save.
All right, the hot ochre jelly rolls a 16, and the other ochre jelly rolls a natural 20.
16's a fail. Natural 20, obviously success. Here comes the damage. 36, so half for the success.
Okay, 36. Will still kill him. It will kill both of them.
All right!
Fireball
Hey.
erupts outwards, and both of the ochre jellies cease to exist. All right, the manic
Cool
gray
guys.
ooze.
I'm still going. I'm still
yeah,
going.
yeah,
Cool guys run into fire.
There you go.
I'm gonna run into the fire I just created. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, cool. It's not a bonus action though, right? It's a
It's a bonus.
action
It's a bonus or action, so you could do it
Oh.
right now.
bonus action. Boom, done.
Look at that X. Look at that X. We run a professional
That's
business around here. All right, the manic gray ooze is gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, and get right up next to Septon. Septon, it's your turn.
All right. He's not gonna.
Can't, he dashed.
Oh, he dashed.
That was a dash.
Wow, I got really bad news for him. Because I'm gonna use face step to just boop on over here and push the button
All right, what?
with my action.
Face stab, what's the effect that you have
It's a radius of fire around me.
for where you land, or?
Yeah, where I land.
Okay, so nothing
So
happens.
no, it doesn't hit anything.
All right,
I
but you
poof
push,
over there and
you
I
push
push the button.
You push the button. Nice. All right.
Sorry,
anything else?
Tyler. You got that over there.
I'm doing extra testing. You know, I'm doing.
That's
extreme
true. The
testing.
point is for you to get hit by oozes a little bit. So Tether is currently the only one. No, and Una.
I'm.
He's gonna come in here and sprint to Tether.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm procuring our payment.
Tether, at the start of your turn, you are restrained, can't breathe, and take a bunch of damage. 4, 5, 6.
Absorb element.
You already have it up, which I think it lasts until your next turn, but look at that. How long does it last?
Duration 1 round.
Okay, so it's still up. You would take 20 points of damage, but you're still resistant to it, so you take 10 points of acid damage.
Cool.
It is your turn.
So I'm restrained.
You're restrained and you can't breathe. But you can hold your breath for a minute, so that's not a problem
Yeah.
yet.
So I don't have a check to like get out.
You could, if you'd like. That's your action.
I mean, yeah, I'll use my action.
Cool, make a strength check for me. You do have disadvantage because of your exhaustion.
Yeah, I do. But don't worry, I have a high strength score, so that doesn't matter.
Cool.
Wait, is this an ability check or saving throw?
This is an ability check.
check?
Strength
Yeah.
check.
That's a 9.
9, you do not escape. You are still stuck in that there cube.
I said a funny thing because I had a -1.
I see. I understand.
Yeah.
That's your action. Anything else you want to do?
Bonus action. Nothing. No, I'm good. I'm
Alright.
just chilling.
It's just
I'm
chilling
fine,
in
guys.
Cedar Rapids. All right, the perky gray ooze is gonna.
Wait.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I already used my action. Never mind. I had a funny idea, but never mind.
Perky gray is gonna 10 dash 15 20. That's all he's got. Conniving ooze is gonna do the same thing. 10 15 no. 20. They're oozing. The gelatinous cube.
Is making a Constitution saving throw.
Nice. Not great for him. I think that's an 8.
An 8. Well, looks like he's getting some necrotic damage
Nice.
coming his way. 2d6 to
To be exact.
be exact. 8.
All right, 8 points of necrotic damage from within. And then he is going to move his speed. Well, he's going to move his speed, and then he's going to use his engulf, which is pretty much just a dash. No, 5, 10, 15. Then he's going to use his engulf feature to dash forward. Una, please make a dex save.
Okay. Ooh. My mouse isn't doing so good. Hold on. Dex save.
Dex save.
Very nice. A 24.
24. All right, you dodge out of the way. No
Dodge.
problemo. But it takes its final move. And Shandi, make a dex save for me.
Okay. 21.
21. You also get the fuck out of dodge. No problem.
You guys are doing so good.
All right, that'll take us back to Shandi's turn.
All right. Did you move Sheko or did you just delete him?
He's invisible, but you should be able to activate him.
Oh, okay. There he is. Sheko is coming back out. Let me see. Yep, actually where he is right now is perfect.
All right.
He and I are gonna swappity swap.
Cool.
And then I will use the rest of my movement to get over here. And I will activate the toilet.
Toilet activated. No, I mean, not toilet. It's not a toilet. It was never a toilet. It was never...
No, it looks.
It was never even a toilet, is the thing about
It
it.
doesn't look
Fighting
like a toilet.
enemies. We're fighting enemies that we stop by flushing the toilet, and they come up out of the
It's a
toilet.
good session. It's a good session.
This is literally
Toilet slime.
Skibidi toilet. I kid you not.
Skibidi toilet.
This is how that works. You flush the toilet, and that defeats them. So,
Anything else from you, Shandi?
Clifton dies.
No, that's it. I'm out of actions.
All right, that's gonna make it Una's turn.
Well, I'm gonna start hacking.
All right.
I'm sorry, Tether. I'll be careful.
Oh, you're fine. You can hit the smaller guys first if you want.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
fine.
Tyler's got a lot of
Alright.
HP, dude.
I'm not
Alright.
injured at all.
Okay, cool. Then I'll get first in line. Perky Gray Ooze.
All right.
Your ass is grass. 25
Hits.
to hit. Oh, I get no sneak though.
No
That
sneak.
was not good judgment on 11 points of psychic.
Cool. 11 psychic damage.
Offhand. The 16
Hits.
and 7 more points of psychic.
All right. It's not looking too hot.
Haha.
Anything else from you?
That's it.
Cool. All right, Everett, you're up.
Everett's going to fireball again. Right
Fireball.
Fireball.
here. Right there. No, wait, actually a little bit bigger than that. Because I have 20 feet, right?
20 foot radius, right?
Oh, 20 foot
I don't
radius, not diameter. Yeah, this is radius. This is measuring radius, right? I know I can get all of them. I just got all of them a minute ago.
Does that hit Tether though?
That gets
Oh,
all
I
of
can
them.
take a
But-
hit.
But that
I don't
also
think-
hits.
I
I
don't
can
think
take
it
a
gets
hit.
tethered.
Well, Tether's inside a noose.
All right.
Do
That's
it.
fine. I'll tell her to get back up.
Sounds
You
good.
don't even need to.
All right,
I'll be
deck saves from the oozes. We'll start with the Manic Ooze. He gets 7. The Conniving Ooze gets a natural 1, and the Perky Ooze gets a 17. The Gelatinous Cube gets a 13.
The 17 succeeds, meets it, beats it.
I don't think it's gonna matter.
Ooh, 27.
27. Pop, pop, pop. Not pop. As the ooze explodes into flames. Tether, I don't think you take any damage because you have total cover within the ooze.
Yay.
Like you're protected
Good to know.
from the ooze at the moment. Cool. Anything else from you?
I'll walk over closer to it. That's fine.
Nice.
That's it.
Septon, you're up.
That's really far away.
You're fine.
And you
Don't-
got half movement right now.
I do have half a movement, that's true.
Septon, you rest.
Walk.
It'll be fine.
I think I can walk to the... Yeah, okay. Septon's gonna walk his full movement. Which is that. And then... Just out. Like, oh, my friend, you big jello! Which I don't think is gonna do anything, because I don't think they can hear me.
Are you viciously mocking him?
I'm viciously mocking him.
Yeah, that doesn't do nothing.
Although, wait, what's the wording on vicious mockery? Is it the... Vicious mockery has some, like... Oh no, it's if the target can hear you, though it need not understand you. But if they can't hear... Yeah.
Yep.
Alright. That's my turn.
Tether, at the start of your turn,
Absorb elements.
you take some damage. You're gonna take half of this. I don't know that you can cast Absorb Elements now that you're inside it.
Let me see if it has verbal.
It's somatic.
It's just somatic.
No, that's the one you can't do because you're restrained.
Oh, sorry.
That's fine. It would have made sense to do it before as you were taking the damage, but now that you're inside it, you can't cast it.
Okay, you just want to make me take the most damage possible.
I want you to take any damage, Michael.
You guys think it'd be dangerous to polymorph it while Tether's inside?
You're gonna take
That'd be
20
fine.
points. 20 points of acid damage, Tether.
20
Speaking
points.
of body horror, if I...
How would that work? That's interesting.
Body horror. That's how it would happen.
Okay, so it's my turn.
It is your turn.
What is the largest animal Tether saw at the zoo?
You didn't see a lot of animals at the... No, you saw dinosaurs at the zoo, didn't you?
Yeah.
You did. So, probably a T-Rex is the largest one.
Then
I don't know
sure.
if you can... What's your CR limit?
Let me check.
Cue up the Jurassic Park theme.
Queuing.
We can't play that. We're not
Could be
allowed.
royalty-free Jurassic Park theme.
My max CR limit is 1, so probably not a T-Rex.
Yeah, that's a CR8. I don't know if any of the dinosaurs will be CR1, unfortunately. I got you.
I'm just shopping.
No, I want you to be a dinosaur, so I'm gonna see if there's one that you can be. I got a site for this. Okay, beasts, CR maximum 1. Filter. I don't think any of them dinosaurs are.
No.
I don't think any of them dinosaurs are gonna do it, unfortunately. I think they're all a little bit too strong. Septon could polymorph you into a T-Rex, though.
No, it's fine. It's fine. And I wasn't really
Okay.
needing
Yeah.
like dinosaur. I was just going for like large. But
Oh.
I don't think I can get that large.
You can get pretty big.
There's a very weird wording in polymorph.
You can absolutely
The form can be any beast whose challenge rating is equal to or less than the target's level.
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
Tether's
yeah.
level 9, so we could do a level 8 creature
We
absolutely.
could do some crazy shit, Tether.
I will say, unlike Wild Shape, when you polymorph, your brain also gets polymorphed. So you'll be a T-Rex. You'll be a T-Rex with the same feelings towards your friends as you have, but you will be a T-Rex. So carrying out complicated plans as a T-Rex won't work. You know what I mean?
Complicated. If we're resorting to T-Rex, I don't think we're looking for
Yeah,
complicated.
you're probably right. You could turn into like a giant eagle. It's pretty big. You can turn into several large creatures.
Yeah, giant eagle could be fun. Are dire wolves large?
I don't know that you can. Oh yeah, dire wolves are large. Yep.
I'll turn into a dire wolf.
All right, Tether turns into a dire wolf, and I believe as you turn into a dire wolf, you can't be inside this thing anymore.
That was the plan, Stan.
Creatures go to the space. Unfortunately, no. You turn into a dire wolf, and you fill the capacity of the cube. You cannot. More things cannot be inside it, but one large creature can.
Aw.
So Tether
Start
goes.
chomping.
Tether goes big
Crowd
mode.
cube.
I'm gonna see if I can make Tether go big mode. This will be really funny if I can do it. So please fucking work. Yes. Yes. Alright, Tether went big mode.
I got it.
But you are still inside the cube, unfortunately.
Next turn, I'll have +3 to strength, and I'll be sure
There
to
you
get
go. Alright, the gelatinous cube is beginning its turn.
It's gonna take a con save.
It's going to roll a 21.
Okay, nothing happens.
All right, since it can't absorb anyone else because there's a big fella in it, it's just gonna use its pseudopod to try to hit Una. That's a 6. So it misses entirely. All right, Sean D, you're up.
All right. I'm sorry, Tether.
No, you're fine. You don't have to do anything.
I don't have to do anything?
No. I can get out of this.
Okay.
How are you talking? Because one of you is a wolf and inside of a cube.
I've been saying this entire time.
It's just our mutual bond.
A mutual bond.
Your bonds
We've
of
known each other
trust?
So long. You can. There's a lot.
Bonds
between
forged on the battlefield.
Bonds forged on the battlefield. Okay, I will pass my turn then.
Okay, Una, you're up.
Okay. I'll just slice at the cube.
Okay.
I got this.
Dirty 20.
That hits. You get sneak attack.
And I probably hurt Tether. Maybe you've got this. We've got potions.
Oh, gotten this? I've been gotten this.
We've
I don't
been
need
got.
potions. He just broke through my temp hit points.
20 points of psychic damage.
It goes away. No more cube. Tether does not take damage. Does not have that damage
Beautiful.
sharing feature.
Nice.
You hear a buzzer as the door opens, and you see the Minotaur researcher come in, and he goes, "Oh no, turned into a dog. Please turn back. We have to test the thing. Where'd it go?"
A big show of rolling the eyes. And I'll turn back.
And he sort of goes over and he says, "Oh, thank goodness there's still the ooze on you.
You got enough sampling with me. Like, honestly.
Well, it's good we did, because the rest of them didn't. Like, at all. Except for you a little bit. And he sort of goes, you probably felt a lot of burning, but when the ooze hit you, not on your face, did you feel any burning?
Who are you talking to?
The halfling.
Did I?
You shouted out that it couldn't peg
Nope.
you.
Nope, it did not.
Great. Well, I'm gonna take some notes on this and the sapphire, some corrosion on that sapphire. He takes a bunch of notes. He removes the harnesses from all of you. Says, "Well, that's about it. Thank you for participating in this test. You seem to have all made it out pretty all right.
You're welcome.
When the second iteration of this test comes out, can we reach out?
Of course.
You can feel free to reach out. We can't promise we'll be back.
We might not be here.
We're pretty
We're only in town for like a week or so.
That probably won't work. Well, the
You can contact the Adventurers Guild.
Well, we did before, and we'll do it again with more details this time, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, definitely.
All right. Well, they will pay you on the way out. Thank you so much for participating in our clinical trial.
No problem.
Thank you.
Anytime.
Nice to meet you.
Once we're out of
You want to
earshot.
walk us out?
Well, I have to reset the whole lab. I'll get in trouble if I don't.
Okay.
You know the way.
Once we're out of earshot. Guys, easy money.
Set.
Easy.
Listen, I'm gonna be feeling this for days.
But worth it?
I mean, how much do we each get?
3,000 each.
Yeah, easy money.
Easy money.
I'm gonna
Maybe
say,
there's like a temple here we can ask someone to.
listen, I'm putting this down right now. Tomorrow's first day off. First day off.
First day off.
Deal.
First day off.
I'll use the time to go and research the Mithril Crown.
There you go.
Yeah, we can research the Mythical Crown. We can do stuff like that. Go
No,
shopping
we
with
can do
our.
that. You can sleep the whole time.
Tomorrow is
I
set
can't
to
sleep
say
the
whatever
whole
you
day.
want.
Mechanically, I cannot sleep the whole day.
Can you take 3 long rests in a row?
Nope.
Is that allowed?
You get one long rest per 24 hours.
Yeah. It's a bummer.
They thought
Fair
of
enough.
everything.
Nick said you can't just sleep for 3 days. You can't do that.
Some people.
Not 3 days, 1 day.
There's diminishing returns on how good you feel after sleeping.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna feel that tomorrow. Gotta give up 5 tomorrow.
Oof.
Maybe earlier.
Well, you heading home then? Or it's probably early afternoon
Yeah.
at this point.
Oh, I want to head home.
Yeah, you can.
Septon's ready to fucking.
I think for September's sake, yeah.
Septon's gonna go home and pass out. You guys can go do other stuff, but
No, you can
Such
head
is-
out. Take an early day. You have completed a quest today, so it's not like you didn't do anything.
And
It's also the first day of your technically the first day of your time here, and
And
you
we've
have
done
already
4 days.
completed 4 quests. So
Nice.
sweet. All right, you head on back to the Adventurers Guild, and some of you get some food. Some of you go immediately to bed. One of you probably needs to take a shower to get acid off of your face. But that is where we will end tonight's sessione, and we'll pick up next time, the next day,
sounds
on
yeah.
first day off.
Woo!
We're rich.
Hey,
Yeah, make sure to
off.
mark down 3,000 gold each, gang.
Yeah.
got it.
oh yeah. Got some cash burning a hole in my pocket here.
We
Gotta-
plan on spending
No,
that
that cash is
3,000.
spoken for. That cash is spoken for.
No, it's fucking not. I'm going back to the magic shop and be like, what do you got?
I'm spending all this $3,000 to the next day for Septon's rest and relaxation. I'm telling
You
this right
could
now.
go to the Jimmy Buffett beach zone.
Yes.
I'm going to Shares's Caress ASAP.
No,
It's-
no. All right.
My
Well,
friends work there. They're siblings.
okay. We don't have to talk about the fucking brothel from Baldur's Gate.
You're like, oh, we can't talk about it on stream. We went there on stream.
Different stream.
You
Yeah,
streamed.
I didn't have to enact that. A computer did that. Different thing. All right. Well, that is the session tonight. If you're not currently playing a TTRPG with your friends, you should, because you can kill some poop monsters. You can't do that in any other hobby. You can't. All right.
You can.
Bye. Bye.
Boy.